that, or like being like more like California-ized, you know,
Kelsey, are
like
you hearing this? She says you're ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. Never put it together.
Yep.
So
All right.
now we can go back to
No, like,
shitting on Peter.
I
guess.
mean, I completely understand how like it's dumb that I didn't catch it, but I'm just glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Okay, cool.
And I like to think of myself as a somewhat
A
intelligent
connoisseur
guy.
of the world. Yeah. I thought I was smart once.
And then the song Californication came up.
No, that was
You
no,
gave up on that,
No,
huh?
no, yeah, that was a long time ago, and I thought I was smart.
It was a long time ago.
Long time ago.
So long ago.
Do 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 do. Dream of California. Okay, to be fair, I also sang a dream of Californication, like fornication. I didn't actually say fornication. Maybe if I sang it properly, I would have figured that out more quickly. Dream of Californication.
A little sharp on that one.
Except you're singing.
Thanks, Jake.
Tell me, baby.
Dream of Californication.
What?
Oh, whoops.
Tony?
That's how it sounded. That's how it sounded to me. I
I'm
gained
forgetting
perfect
how
pitch.
Californication goes.
That was
Dream
it.
of Californication. That's the only thing they say.
No,
Californication.
that is the verse. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what do you think I said?
Tell me, baby. But that's different.
That's kind of how the bass goes.
That's tell me, baby.
Kill me, baby.
Dude, these brownies are fucking good.
Drunken brothers on the microphone.
To be fair, I'm not the
Tell
biggest
me,
Red Hot Chili Peppers
baby.
fan.
See, it's
I
almost
don't
the
know
same.
if I'm a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. I just like some of their popular songs.
Oh, I definitely don't like their popular songs, like, for the most part. I saw, like, a live DVD of theirs once, and they're, like, very funky and weird. But even then, I was like,
They're actually. He sings
I like
kind of
Flea,
garbage
though.
live.
He was
Oh, yeah.
great in Back to the Future, Part 2. He plays Needles.
I don't know if I've ever watched Back to the Future Part 2.
He's the guy that crashed into him and Marty McFly. Spoiler alert: drag raced, and Marty McFly crashed his truck, and that's why his hand got messed up, and he couldn't play guitar anymore.
I think the only Back to the Future. I think I only saw the first Back to the Future.
Come on, McFly, what are you,
And
chicken?
then, dude, that movie was kind of like.
McFly.
I don't remember that.
Back to the Future too.
Maybe I didn't see it.
What was the bad dude's name in Back to the Future?
Biff.
Biff?
Well, Griff
Yeah.
or Biff?
Biff, I think.
Biff is the first one.
Like, dude, that,
Griff is the second one. What's his name in the third?
Which one is it when they go into the future and he's like a old? That's number two. So I
That's
did see
two.
that. Okay,
That's two,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's an
Three
old,
is the one
like,
where they
rich
went
guy.
into the
They go to the Wild West.
the Wild Wild West.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys ever played the Back to the Future games. Was that Telltale 2? No, right?
I didn't even know that there were
Yeah,
Back to
yeah.
the Future games.
There were like 6 of them. They all came in a package. And like one, you go back into like the 20s and like Biff's grandpa, like Jiff or something, is like running the speakeasies.
He's not wrong, actually.
And his uncle Spliff.
No, I believe you. It's just
Yeah.
it's silly.
That was the 70s one or the 60s
Oh, okay. Oh, I
one.
got it.
He's the weed dealer.
Spliff.
Split
Hey,
the weed
whatever,
deal.
butthead.
It's kind of weird how it's a relic of the times for sure. Because like in the first movie, Biff is like casually trying to, sexually assault his
Whoa.
date.
Yeah.
you know?
Casually.
Too soon, dude.
And I was just like,
It's always too soon.
Hey, is it too soon?
What?
What?
Yesterday.
Kavanaugh?
Yeah, I can't stop hearing about it.
Well, it's because did you see the trial today?
No, I saw clips of the trial yesterday where they were talking about like his yearbook, and they're like, "Can you explain what boofing means?" Which he said was a reference to flatulence, but I think boofing is when you shove drugs up your butt and like hide them.
I honestly
Let's
have no
look it
idea.
up.
Yeah, Tony, go ahead and Google that
Yeah,
shit.
boofing. But something about that, and then they're like, he's like, "Have you ever had alcohol before?" And he's like,
You
"Duh."
are correct.
Yeah.
Urban Dictionary. The act of
Yay.
inserting drugs into the anus for a longer trip.
Oh, so it's not even to hide them.
Oh,
it's
so like to
It's-
mule
it-
them.
Yeah, no, not to mule them.
It's just to experience them through your butthole.
to
Oh.
absorb them slower.
yeah. It's just like when
It's like a
Wait, I thought-
suppository.
I thought
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
absorbs faster.
I would think
Yeah.
so too. But maybe
Most
like
often
the poop.
occurs at Disco Biscuits shows by spun out kids on ketamine.
It's like
Yeah,
disco
from my,
biscuit?
from
You
my
know Disco
understanding,
Biscuits or
shoving things
Jam
up your
Band?
butt was meant to like get it to your bloodstream faster, so you feel it faster.
Maybe
You're
like-
recording this, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay,
the
good.
doo-doo kind of mixes in and kind of...
Well, it says for a longer trip, not for it
Right, that's
taking
the thing.
longer to.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
You would think that it would metabolize it slower, and that's why it's a longer trip. Or maybe it just means for a longer trip, like you're on a plane, you got to hide it somewhere. It's not a car ride where you could just keep it in your pocket.
right.
It's a longer trip. You got to...
Except they got those like 3D scanners now. They'll find that thing up your butt.
Yeah.
Boofing and Ralphing. Now we got a whole bunch of
Ralphing?
stuff going on.
Isn't that just another word for throwing
Yeah,
up?
that's what he said. He was like, it's just throwing up. And he was like, oh, was that because you're intoxicated? He's like, yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah, and then he's like, "What? No, have you ever? Or have what was it?
Oh, he's like, have you ever had alcohol? And then he's like, what's a devil's triangle? He's like, it's a drinking game.
it's not. By the way,
And he's like, how do you play it? He's like, 3 cups in a triangle. Have you ever played quarters? He's like, no. He's like, it's a quarters game.
it's not though.
Well, duh.
So that's not it,
But
actually.
I thought that was a devil's 3-way.
So Urban
I
Dictionary.
thought Devil's Three-Way and Devil's Triangle were the same thing, but I guess I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Well, a triangle's half of a pentagram, right?
You're not
Or
wrong.
no, it's a Jewish star.
Yeah,
Whoops.
but you're also not wrong, depending on the triangle.
Yeah. So it all comes down to
Is
context.
any of this usable as banter? I feel like
Oh, it's
Probably.
completely usable.
Also,
Oh, God.
Ralphing is 2 things.
okay.
It's,
All right, so it's
it is
throwing up.
vomiting.
Okay.
It's also
Looks like a sandwich.
when someone becomes so excited by something that the energy contained inside the Ralpher manifests itself in the form of an awkward squeal of immense joy.
I thought that was just called squeeing by today's standards.
Like,
No, I think that's
so,
eating from
so if you're
today's standards.
boofing and you're really getting into it, right?
Then you Ralph.
Then
Yeah, then you Ralph.
Then you're Ralphing.
Which also means vomit.
You do both at the same time
Yeah.
because you're really pumped about
It's
the
a
drugs,
riff Ralph.
but you're also really sick,
Yeah.
and you happen to be in the middle of intercourse because you're doing Devil's Triangle, and you throw up all over everybody.
Got it. What is this podcast about again?
Anyways,
Anyway, this is
Californication.
a video game podcast.
Is it?
This is the Control Salt Delete podcast, and
Is
this
it?
is episode 53.
Are
We've
we
got our special guest here today, Jake. Welcome back to the show.
what up?
How are you?
Yo.
I'm good. I just took a bite of the sandwich. I hope that's okay.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Well,
It's
this
terrible.
is now an ASMR eating podcast.
Please,
so feel free.
please don't. No, stop.
We need to really mix in the moans. So yeah. I mean, come on, think about it, Matt. One of our most listened to episodes was bringing hentai back, so we got to really cater to our audience here,
Actually,
okay?
speaking of moans, I have a story that I...
Wait, okay.
No. So, I was working today, and
As you do.
as I do, and I just heard this weird moaning sound. I thought it was coming through the walls, which scared me because of who I knew was in the house at the time.
Oh,
And then I took off my headset and was listening, and I found out it was just my cat snoring. She was like,
How lighthearted that ended.
it was
Yeah.
like a really weird...
Wait, who was in the house?
his future parent-in-laws,
Shall not say. Yeah.
Yeah, let's yeah. Anyway, yeah.
or maybe his brother.
Or anyone?
it was me, actually. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I blamed it.
Can you reproduce-
I pinned the blame on the cat.
Yeah, can you reproduce this cat moan that fooled
It
you?
just sounded like it was just like... I was listening to that like, what the fuck is that coming through the walls?
All I'm going to say is I really hope that that's not what someone sounds like.
It was definitely Peter Griffin, like hiding in the walls.
I'm
Well, yeah, we-
bringing hentai back.
Yeah. Take it to the bridge. All right, we got Tony Brattoli, Matthew Griego, and myself, Peter Park.
I'm sort of
Welcome
here.
back to another episode of this. I mean, it's supposed to be a video game podcast, but what is it
I don't
really?
know what it is now.
No. So
We've morphed.
yeah,
You'll find out.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to keep listening.
it's very
Find out if it's
stream
still
of
about video
consciousness. Yeah. Anyway, Matt, how's your week?
Trying
All right,
to
Tony,
think.
how's your week?
Pretty.
All right, Jake, how's your?
Pretty uneventful still. I mean, This is the last week of calm before the storm that is the entire rest of the wedding planning. Because, October is just going to be, as soon as we have all of the RSVPs in the final count, it's just crunch time with all the vendors and everything.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we may have to take a couple weeks off in the month of October.
Yeah, we mentioned it last week, but I think if Peter can record next week, that'll be the official last one before
Sure.
eternal hiatus.
Sure. I mean, we'll figure it out schedule wise, but look at October as a vacation of sorts.
Yeah, we mentioned it's going to be a really busy month, and then you'll see we'll post on social media what our thing is. So be sure to follow us there for updates.
In the meantime, you can watch my shitty videos on YouTube.
Perfect.
Yeah, Jake is Vince Cully.
I don't get that one. Hold on. Vince Scully.
Vince Scully. The Dodgers.
Vin Scully was the announcer for the Dodgers for the last
Dodger baseball.
150
Oh,
years.
that guy. Yeah. Okay.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Yeah, that's it.
That guy's a legend.
And then Vince Cully, because
I thought of it on the way to a Dodger game. I was like, that's a good Gmail account, so I snagged it.
No one had it?
No, nobody had it.
Huh.
I mean, there's plenty of ways to spell it, so maybe I just,
You got lucky.
yeah.
I fear for our future generations when they have to come up with their own usernames.
good
oh
Lord.
god, yeah, since Gmail came out when we were in 9th grade, pretty sure.
No, earlier
A
for
little
me.
bit before that.
Definitely. I think I got my
It
Gmail
wasn't
account.
too much.
I got my
before that.
Gmail account. I think in middle school, I believe.
So 8th grade?
Somewhat like 8th grade.
It was probably like still in the early 2000s.
I just remember because my old Yahoo email.
6th?
I got mine in 6th grade.
Time to look it up.
Yeah, I just remember that I got my Gmail. My brother was helping me make my Gmail account, and I wanted to be Uchiha Itachi.
Nope, I was right.
Oh,
It first launched in 2004, so we were in 9th grade.
never mind. I guess I just thought of the screen name in 6th grade. That's what it was.
There you go.
AIM.
Yeah.
For those
Yeah,
viewers under the age
AIM.
of...
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Messenger.
X, capital X, Reaper,
Yeah.
capital X, lowercase X.
So my Yahoo email was like Uchiha Itachi something really anime. I wanted to carry that over to my Gmail because that's an extremely wise thing to do.
Oh yeah.
But my brother had the foresight to tell me like that's actually not a good idea. You probably want something that's not that, so you could actually use it into adulthood. So
He's like, Peter, you're going to need to use this for job interviews in the future.
Yeah. So thankfully, I actually was able to secure an email with my name and birth year. So
Good thing you were thinking of your professional work life when you were 12.
yeah,
pp@gmail.com, right?
something like that.
All right, cool.
Mine was cuzumwhiteright@gmail.com,
I remember that screen
which
name.
I, can't use for anything.
Yeah.
Do you still don't use it?
It's a throwaway account.
It's a throwaway? Okay.
It was a WoW character at one point too.
Yep, potentially. It's definitely my WoW account if anyone wants to try and hack into my currently dead WoW subscription.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, I tried to access my old Yahoo email because at a certain point I had to try and access like some of my old SAT scores for some work stuff, and that email doesn't exist anymore.
Wait, did
Well,
you have to prove to the
they had the whole-
parents of the
Yes.
student you're good?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
They're like, we want to know that you're smart. Can
Yes.
you show us SAT
Yes.
scores? Because that's a measure
Yes.
of your intelligence. Okay.
Yes. Absolutely.
Interesting.
I mean,
Well, I guess that's what they're going for, right?
Yeah.
SAT.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, there's like, I kind of understand because there's nothing really else on paper that could show that I'm qualified to teach your children.
other
makes
than
sense.
a college degree.
Well, my college degree does not apply at all to any sort of educational like
Also-
But it
field.
shows you went to college.
mean-
Unfortunately, D's get degrees. That is an actual thing.
Yeah.
So
That doesn't mean you're not,
Not all
smart.
schools.
true, but
Yeah, like
Yeah, actually,
a-
most schools, D's won't get degrees. You'll get kicked out if you get 3 semesters of D's in a row.
It's more
That's
about
true.
C's definitely get
C's
degrees though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Hey, they all rhyme, right? Except for A's. A's don't. I don't know what they
No,
get
they
you.
A's get the
F's
base. A's get the base.
Okay.
F's don't get degrees.
actually, I heard a pointless fact today. All odd numbers have the letter E in it.
All prime numbers are the sum of 2 squares of palindromes. Wait, I think it's
don't
all
think-
prime numbers
I don't-
are a sum of 2 palindrome numbers. Something like that.
Palindrome.
Yeah, like 1991 is a palindrome.
Are a sum of palindrome numbers?
Something like that. I read some mathematical white paper on
Is it all non-1 prime numbers?
Yeah, 1 doesn't count.
But one is a prime.
Yeah, but we're not talking about.
But you
one.
can't
I
make
know.
it a palindrome because it's a single.
All right, Tony. So how's the rest of your week?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Fucking palindromes.
I streamed a little bit
Mm-hmm.
for one night.
Mhm.
We'll get into that with games we played.
Okay.
But
Oh, so you stream games?
yeah, it was fun. Again, I'll leave it for that segment. Then the rest of it was just I started school this week for Berkeley. I started my music school up again. And these classes are actually insanely easy. So I finished homework by like Tuesday morning.
Except you told me you fucked up.
Except
because it was so easy.
One of them. Yeah, it was like so easy that I read the instructions like blindly, I guess, and did it wrong. So I had to redo it again.
So easy.
Very easy.
Yeah, it
Easy
was
clap.
a sort of like sight singing. So basically, you had to read the rhythm and sing the duration of the note on the page while it played it, and then again when it wasn't playing. And I only did the playing part.
Oh,
And you also had to conduct it. So you had to make a video of me conducting it and singing the notes.
Oh, by the way, Tony, you said all odd numbers have a vowel in it, is what you said?
easy.
All odd numbers
have
have the letter
E.
E in it.
Okay, I'll think on that one.
Yeah. Huh.
I heard it on the Woody show this morning.
Yeah.
I buy it.
I mean,
I just thought of two odd numbers and they both had E in it, so I feel like it checks out.
Well, you really only have to think of like what the first five.
1,
No.
3, 5, 7, 9. Those all have
That's
E's.
No, because
11 has an E in it. 13 has an E in it. Has 2 E's.
well, those two are the other two you need to consider.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. The teens,
15,
which are
17,
They have teen in it.
19, 21, E, 23.
Can you imagine?
Why are we talking about this?
Can you imagine if like somebody like an alien life form came down and just found a collection of all those videos of the people conducting and singing the beats? Like what?
Oh, yeah.
What is going on here?
That's true. It looks really dumb because I'm just sitting there going, do, do, do.
Like, is this a cult? Is this a religion?
It's a way of communication.
I mean, same thing could be said about blowing up birthday candles.
Or most
Or
human
just
traditions.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like putting clothes on.
Yeah. So what else did you do this week?
Like, I'm really curious what an alien
pretty much
taking a shit would look like.
Oh no.
I mean,
Well, if it's anything like Marvin the Martian,
You've seen Marvin the Martian take a shit?
where he eats from his butt, so you can imagine
I was
where
not
it
aware of
comes
that.
out.
wait.
Well,
where-
I saw the South Park episode about that.
Yeah.
That was the sound they made when they pooped out of their mouth.
Great.
Wait, Marvin the Martian
That's
eats
what's-
from his butt?
Yeah.
Was that the one with the guy who played Doc Brown?
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd.
I don't. When,
I'll take
I don't
your
think I
word.
ever saw
Not
it.
Marvin the Martian. It was sorry.
Oh.
Marvin the Martian is the character in
Coneheads.
Looney
You're
Tunes.
thinking-
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I was
sorry.
that's what
like,
I was
what?
like. What?
It's
when did they ever show him eating from his butt?
I can't remember the name.
Invader Zim?
Martin the Martian.
It's something like that.
Marv.
Hey,
Marav.
how's the rest of your week, Tony?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
Is that all? Okay, cool.
How about
Martian.
you, Jake?
Oh,
Jake-
my favorite Martian. There we go.
Who the? What is
I
that?
have no idea who that is.
That's the movie with Christopher Lloyd where he is an alien.
Wow. So,
Okay.
So my week was pretty dope. Unless you have something you want to add.
No.
All right.
You wanted to show me a picture, I think, or something. I don't know.
No, I didn't. I
Don't-
closed it.
don't
I just
point-
wanted to find the name.
Do
of
not
the
point
movie.
that laptop toward me. I swear to God. I'll file a restraining order.
I mean, it's just logic. Go ahead.
So I went last weekend. I went to Santa Barbara / Santa Ynez / Solvang with my new girlfriend, and we went
Wow.
wine tasting. That was
Hey.
pretty dope. Never been wine tasting before. Have you guys been wine tasting?
I've drank a wine before.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what you're doing.
Did they just like give you more of like the history background and what you're supposed to be tasting or some shit?
Sorta.
This
so,
wine is more body.
So they like pour out like a flight of wines, right? And you're like, it's like not a full glass of any of them. It's just like a
taste.
couple sips.
Reminds me of Parks and Rec with what's his face that came in.
Wow, Tony, you're
Yeah.
full of great obvious references right now.
No, I think it's from. I know who you're talking about. It's My Favorite Martian.
That's called a callback.
The one where they do this when Tom's looking for a sommelier for his restaurant.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, with the really aggressively.
Yeah, the aggressive gay character was
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah, Ralphio.
No,
Oh,
no.
no.
No,
Okay.
not John
'Cause
Ralphio. It's
he's the best, and his sister is the worst.
technicality.
yeah, but
yeah.
no, it's not him. It's
Isn't John Ralphio the guy who's playing the Sonic in the new Sonic movie? I think that's actually
Yes.
the case.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Awesome.
that's what I recognize.
That's awesome.
With Jim Carrey as Eggman.
Yep.
So,
It's live action, right?
and Eggman's live action as well.
Fuck yes.
So,
Yeah, the sommelier one. He's like, you don't have red with fish. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
That guy.
So, oh yeah, that guy. That guy's hilarious. He has a show called Billy on the Street. His name's Billy Eichner.
Yeah. That's it.
That's a hilarious show. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it.
I've seen some of it where he was with
Will Ferrell. or
Emma
something.
Stone.
It
done a lot
used to
of
be
them.
like a YouTube thing. He just runs up to people on the street. It's usually in New York. He's like, "I'm Billy on the street," and he just like asks them a question for $1. What color is your underwear or whatever? And like most of the people ignore him. It's really funny. You guys should check that out if you ever.
For
See it
$1,
on
I'd tell him
stuff.
what color my underwear is.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like for $1. What do you think of Halle Berry? And like half the people are like, "Ugh, I don't have time for this."
That means New York, so yeah.
Yeah. So that show's really funny.
Anyway, carry on. Wine tasting.
Yeah, so wine tasting. So they pour out wines, you taste them. There's like descriptions of what notes you're supposed to be, what kind of tones, undertones, and notes.
Some nutty tones.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
So, yeah, stuff like that.
Rose petals.
I tried to like taste them and like guess and then read the description, and I was usually off. It's always got like the same relative. Obviously, they're all made of grapes, right? So you're
for
gonna
me,
get.
it's like it tastes like grapes and alcohol.
Is wine one of those things like the more you taste it, like the more refined your palate
yeah,
becomes?
it's like
or is
coffee. Coffee's like that too, right?
Okay. Because I was wondering if it was just like some people just have a more refined palate naturally, and then others are just like this.
Well, that's
That
tastes
should
true,
also
too.
be the case.
Sure.
Yeah.
But also depending on your age, like sometimes a switch just turns on. Like again, I use my mom as an example. She didn't like wine at all until she was like 40.
I'm telling you, you hit 40 and you're like, no, it's wine.
Yes, indubitably.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay,
Uh-huh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. That's cool though.
Yeah. So yeah, that was dope. Speaking of notes, real quick, went to a coffee shop this week. They had this coffee, and one of my coworkers went with me, and he had tried one there before. He's like, I want to get the beans that have like the chocolate flavor, and the chick was like, oh, those are notes. It's not a flavor. So that was interesting.
Wait.
Well, it is a difference because you
Tell
would
me
say,
how.
Yeah, but like
Come
you
on.
know, honestly,
She knew what he meant.
You're just being
Yeah, yeah,
pedantic at that point.
Exactly.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Tony, tell me the difference between a note and a flavor.
Well, like so, let's say
And
on the
describe
back,
it with
hazelnut
words that aren't
flavored
crunchy.
coffee. Like it'll say that on there.
Sure.
Not this is a full-bodied roast with notes,
Notes of hazelnut. Yeah.
Okay, but tell me the difference.
that actually has flavoring in it.
Yes.
The other
Okay,
one
but
has
Tony-
like actual like they use
So
hazelnut.
the flavor of hazelnuts in it.
right.
I'm sure there's like some kind of distinguished.
See, there you go. The flavor of, not flavored.
Whatever. Anyways,
I don't
it
think
was.
there is no actual difference.
It was, as Peter said, yes, pedantic. What was the Family Guy quote?
Yeah, man, very shallow and pedantic.
Yeah. Yes, shallow and pedantic. So, anyways, that was pretty. That was pretty fun. Wine tasting was dope. Pretty hard to eat vegan out in Solvang, for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of Danish.
Is your
stuff
girlfriend vegan?
Yeah. Ended up stopping at a really awesome vegan place in Santa Barbara on the way back. Apparently, they were rated #1 vegan restaurant in all of California on
What's
Yelp.
it called?
It's called Mesa Verde, which is like pretty.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I think I've heard
Undescriptive.
of that place actually.
I think I've been there.
Okay, it was awesome. Went for brunch. Everything was good.
What'd you get?
We had like potato latkes, which I thought was just going to be latkes. It ended up being like sandwich. It was like latke, apple slices on top, avocado. Oh shit! Almost knocked this water bottle off. Some other stuff, and then like another latke on top. Oh my god!
Oh, nice.
That was awesome. Also got a grilled cheese, which was like this super fluffy house-made brioche bread with like cashew cheese and like a bunch of weird stuff like pickled mustard seeds and like whatever green tahini is. I've had tahini, but I don't know what made it
Green tahini. Huh.
yeah. And that was awesome. And then we also got dessert. We couldn't decide between the chocolate cake with the chocolate ganache or the what was that
good.
Middle Eastern baklava with like vanilla ice cream. So they gave
Well,
us both.
baklava is.
So they gave us both.
Wow.
That was awesome.
That is awesome.
Had to poop like the entire way home.
That makes sense.
I'm holding in the farts, but I made it without
Excuse me.
pooping myself or
Did you have to roll down the window a
Dude,
couple
No,
Korean-
times?
didn't have to do that.
I think Korean
Oh.
barbecue is the thing that makes me have the most like hurried
The most
shits
gassy?
of my life. No, not even.
Oh,
It's
just
just
I
like
see.
I gotta go.
it's just gonna slide out.
Oh, no.
You know, like it's so bad to the point where I had to have my girlfriend or I texted my roommate. It's like, can you unlock the door, open it for me within the next 2 minutes because I really need to take a shit, and if I stop at all, I need to have my forward momentum only be stopped at the point of my ass hitting that toilet bowl. You know, so I've definitely had that happen where it's just like I had like the runway ready for me, going just straight from the car.
runway ready?
Yeah, just straight from the car into the toilet, man.
Wow.
Yeah, explosive.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you this before, but I told my mom about this podcast, and she like downloaded one of the episodes I was on, and it just so happened to be the one where you were talking about how like you were like barfing and shitting out hot pot, and my mom immediately turned it off. She's like, I can't listen to this. So, but to be fair, you know, that is a really funny. I like your sense of humor, Peter.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I'm glad someone does.
My mom hates it, but what are you gonna do?
Sorry, Jake's mom.
Yeah.
Sorry, definitely sorry, Jake's mom.
It's okay.
Oh well.
It's
It's
okay.
okay.
My mom says she is interested in listening to the podcast too, and I told her, no way in hell. I basically just told her like, oh, you probably wouldn't
wouldn't
enjoy it just because we only speak in English and it might be hard to understand like what we're saying.
Oh,
But
nice.
that was basically just code for me saying, please,
Yeah.
please, I don't want you to see the side.
Yeah.
You
Well, my
also
mom's
bash on
definitely
some
not going to make
people.
it to this point, considering what
How
we're
many-
talking about
What was
earlier.
that
Yeah.
episode? Do you remember? Like what number?
I think that was like the third time I was on it. The first two I was on, like, were like totally clean, and I was hoping they would listen to that one, but that's not what happened.
Maybe
I
just find that one.
I'm just happy to know that Jake's
Have a
mom
listen.
already thinks I'm some filthy animal that spews from every direction and every hole.
When are you eating hot pot
Yeah.
specifically?
Yeah.
Well, you'll meet her on the 20th.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's correct. Well, I think you've already met my dad like a long time ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time
I
ago.
don't think I've met your parents at all.
I don't think so.
By the way, I made this connection recently that Steve Carell and your dad look very similar sometimes.
That's a good thing because Steve Carell's a very handsome man.
Sure is.
I would say that about his dad as well.
I've heard more Ben Stiller than Steve Carell.
I would still say Ben Stiller is a very handsome man.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
Ben
he was
Stiller's,
Zoolander.
Ben Stiller's Jewish.
That is true.
Actually, I
my
can
dad's
maybe
Jewish.
a cross.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching The Office again, and there were some scenes where I'm just like,
so it's
I had to-
Steve Stiller.
I had a double take. I'm like, that looks like Jake's dad.
Interesting. Well, that's cool. I've also been watching The Office. So the rest of my week was relatively tame. I, go to work every day and
yeah.
have been watching The Office a lot with my roommate because she'd never seen it before, and we're on season 7. Like she doesn't know Michael Scott's about to dip out.
Don't say that.
What? It's
man.
been out for so long.
Yeah,
That's
but I
fine.
haven't seen it.
Well,
Wait, you didn't even I knew that happened even though I hadn't watched the show. There was just so much media buzz about him departing that
Thanks,
I knew that.
Thanks, guys.
well, it's okay.
Thanks.
It's okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, all right. Sorry,
Thanks.
Matt.
I'm just gonna say right now that it's been years
Yeah.
since that show was released, so I don't feel bad at all about talking about the plot.
I mean, Peter spoiled the death of Cade 6 last week on Destiny
Okay, well
2.
that was literally
did.
part of the primary marketing material of that fucking game. Okay,
Wait,
the
which-
first.
which-
Oh,
the fucking
that's why
first
Nathan
trailer-
Fillion wasn't doing the voice.
Yeah, because the first fucking trailer that came out for
kinda
The
sounded like him,
Forsaken
though. They did
was
pretty well.
literally him getting shot in the chest. So it's just like, I mean, okay, I guess I
Hey,
spoiled it for everyone.
Well, Matt, the show's still fantastic. Sorry, but not really.
It's
spoiling
actually
much.
really hard to get into at first.
Sure is. Yeah, the first season because it's a copy of the British one.
Thanks, guys.
Boy,
I'm
I
just telling you.
would still watch it because even after I knew that what
Oy
happened.
vey, the Jewish guild.
Like I watched the pilot this week again. I started again.
There are definitely episodes of The Office I still skip though, just because the cringe factor just hurts
The
too
pilot.
much.
Yeah, the first season is an exact replica of the British first season. I don't know if you've seen it. It's only like 6 episodes. It's
I
like the
tried.
first.
I
It's like the
actually couldn't.
first season of Parks and Rec. It's hard to get into.
Yeah.
It's slow. It's
I still don't see that with Parks and Rec.
Michael's
I thought
like-
it was
I,
great.
I still
Michael's
think
more of like a jerk
Yeah.
and less of like a buffoon. Like he's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
buffoon, but he's more like a jerk. In the
he's definitely more like the British counterpart for sure.
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
I can see that we just completely ruined Matt's night. So, to all the viewers
I mean,
out there,
I just-
yeah.
that I may have also ruined the night of. I apologize.
I mean,
Sorry that you haven't watched The Office
What is
yet.
the statute of limitations on spoilers for shows? I just need to know for future reference.
Yeah, that is a good
I
question.
mean, it's
Matt,
been like 10 years or something by now, at least.
Dumbledore dies. All right, we're moving on.
Everybody should know that by now.
I actually
Oh,
never.
see, but now someone's going to be like, damn it.
I never read it or saw it, but someone spoiled that for me like I don't know a little while ago.
Yeah, because The Office ended 5 years ago.
Ooh, 5 years.
When was season 7?
That is a
last
long
season.
time ago. That's the last season. So when he
That was
departed
season 9.
was in 2010. So that was 8 years ago. So I just feel like
Yeah, the statute's up. It's
I don't know.
I mean, the ending of Breaking Bad, like that's
No.
okay.
You haven't seen that either?
No.
Okay. Don't spoil that
I
one.
won't. Yeah, I won't spoil that.
Okay, so anyways,
You want to know how long I haven't had TV for?
Well, I mean,
well, no one has TV.
I didn't
anymore.
watch that on TV.
me either. I think I Netflixed it or something.
Yeah, I watched it on Netflix.
Netflix and chilled with myself. So actually, it
It's
was
off the rails.
with my old roommate Corey.
Breaking Bad also ended in 2013.
Very cool. So yeah, watching The Office, been doing some of that, and then I also canceled my WoW subscription like a day before, just on a whim. I was like, oh, I should cancel that. I haven't played that like at all. And I looked, and it was about to charge me like 14 hours later. So
Good catch.
Nice.
caught it.
I'm still paying for it.
Yeah,
Are you still playing it? I guess we could talk about that later.
I can go into why I don't play it, but I guess we could save that for later.
I mean, you could just talk about it now since you're not playing it.
Okay, I mean, I just couldn't get into it. To be honest, I hadn't played since Pandaria.
Pandaria.
And so in order to
Bob.
get to the Legion
Pandas of
content,
Pandaria.
I had to play through the other content.
Wait, did you not get like a boost?
Yeah, I did, but whenever I boost a character in the past, I end up not playing it because I have no connection to it. I don't know any of the skills.
That I
You're just all of a sudden max level or like close to it with like a bunch of gear and armor, and you don't understand how any of your abilities work.
that's
But
totally understandable.
They actually have a little tutorial if you do.
But
that.
Yeah.
even then, it's like, but there's something about WoW characters where you have that personal connection to this character.
Right.
Like you went through fucking hell and back to get this character to max level and to do the content.
Yeah.
And to kind of be able to just boost it 10 levels before max level is kind of like a cop out. Like I totally understand
Yeah.
it.
I
but, like,
wanted to keep playing my warrior because I I knew it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, they watered all the skills down. It's like kind of like there's like 3 builds and like you just pick one.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of miss the old stuff when it comes to that. And I've
Yeah,
just heard
picking
so
that
much
giant
bad stuff
tree.
about endgame at this point with like item level. You're basically doing a bunch of shit to like hope to get like a higher item level thing. But if you find like anything, something could be like a shitty item level, but if you have a socket on it because you can like forge sockets now, then it's basically better than like anything you could find because you could put like a plus 50 haste in there, and like the highest item level thing only has like plus 10 haste or something. Yeah, so I stopped playing it, and I heard nothing but bad stuff about endgame stuff, in terms of like all the dungeons are like really long and like real grindy, and like
Dungeons are hard.
they're like quote hard because like you have to pay more attention, kind of like how WildStar was doing it, or like the old days
Like
of WoW.
it's more like mechanically
Yeah,
intensive.
it's more mechanically intensive, but like because of that, they opened this thing where like people can say, "Oh, I'm looking for people," and everyone has to like it's like a job application. You have to apply to join, and people just go, "Oh, you don't have the highest item level? Nope, 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 nope." And like now, it's like every group is the same exact layout. You need a rogue so they could do the group invis. You need a mage because they do the best AOE. Then you got the tank, which is most likely a death knight. You got the guy who started the group, and then you have like your disciple, priest, or
Pal.
the monk.
Oh,
No, Holy Pallies, as much as I like them, not great for dungeon and raid healing.
Well, it sounds like paladins in general are just fucking shit.
They kind of are, but
Yeah.
they're fun to play.
And then
just
WoW,
like the first.
with this expansion,
vanilla.
they also did what Destiny does, which I don't like, is where the things scale to your gear. So like getting better gear doesn't make you feel any stronger; it just kind of makes you feel like you're at the same level. But there's like a weird exploit where you could be wearing really shitty gear, and as long as your weapon is really strong, you end up doing way more damage. It's like, and that even works in PvP. So people go into PvP with just full greens and a really strong weapon and destroy everybody
because their damage scales with them.
because the damage scales
Well, not
in
at
accordance
max
with their
level,
gear
I don't
and their
think at max
item level, right?
Only when you're leveling.
So like you're better off leveling with like a level 10 who can kill everything in 2 hits, because you can go to Westfall as like a level 90 and everything counts as XP for you, but you're going to be spending a long time trying to fight like one vulture. But a level 10 will kill instantly because the gear scales with the thing as well. So you're better off being power leveled by like a level 10 than by a max level character at this point.
Seems to be working as intended.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's
I never thought
really
that.
dumb.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
It's still kind of cool in a way because you can before.
It's not cool at all. That seems like
But
totally
the-
backwards
But it makes
logic.
it so
and,
that you can quest in your favorite area.
I like
no,
that
but
part. That
yeah,
part's cool.
That's fine. But then, like being a higher level and feeling weaker than a much lower level does not seem fine at all.
Apparently, like everyone, the second they hit, what's the max level now? 120?
120. Yeah.
Like 119, you're feeling strong. The second you hit 120, you are like worthless in
Yep.
terms of like your damage and.
That's super weird.
Anyway, so WoW just didn't stick with me this time around.
Yikes.
So, how was your week, Matt?
40 minutes later.
Pretty
Sorry, you asked.
pretty normal, really. Like, I work from home, so of course I was working from home. This is the first week that my girlfriend is fun employed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's done well. Her line of work is usually contract, and she was pretty lucky to be working for the same place for 3 years in a row, pretty much. So this is like the first time she's getting a long break in a long time, which in her work is kind of crazy. So she's been here helping us prepare for the party that we're having soon.
Nice.
There's that. It is, at the time of this recording, it is tomorrow.
Now everyone knows, Tony.
Great. Now everybody's gonna show up.
Too late.
It's okay.
Damn it.
It's okay.
That
by
one
the time
guy
we
that
publish
doesn't
this
wear a
podcast, they'll have
Published
a
this
time
Monday,
machine.
so there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know, but
Guys, you missed a great party. Guy with the seatbelt or the no seatbelt, dude, you missed an incredible party. You should have come. Actually, I wasn't there, but it's okay.
nice.
Yeah.
But other than that, been watching again a lot. Well, not again. I didn't say last week, but I've been watching My Hero Academia, and that show's
good
really
stuff.
good.
It's a good
Is that
show.
an anime? What is that?
It's an anime, yeah. It's on Hulu. They have every episode up to like the 62nd episode or something like that.
Mm.
So we've been power watching it. We're on episode like 58.
Mm.
It's been 2 weeks.
Mm.
So we've been watching it a
Nice.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did with that show.
I feel like you have to do that with every anime because there's going to be hundreds of episodes.
Well, this one, they are only up to 62.
Right.
Well, there's more to come. It's just they haven't been brought over to the States yet on Hulu.
Yeah, only.
Gotcha.
Naruto has like
well, to be fair,
1,000.
not even just Naruto, the longest running One Piece.
Oh, yeah.
How many is that now? It's got to be like 2,000 episodes of One Piece.
Can you imagine like watching a good amount, like 600 episodes, and then like leaving it off for a couple of years and then trying to find where you left off?
That happens to me.
That happened to me with Naruto.
That happens to me all the time with the manga. Like I keep forgetting where I left off when I finish reading it.
One Piece, I
there's
think,
just too
has
many
like
chapters.
3,000 chapters.
No, One Piece has 831 episodes currently as of...
That's
But how
still
many
insane.
chapters? 831 episodes means that's a lot of chapters they're behind.
Quick survey: do you guys watch anime with the Japanese voices with the subtitles, or do you listen?
Yes.
As much as I can, yes. There are some things like if they're on Netflix, you don't have too much of a
And
choice.
honestly, that's the main reason why I don't watch anime is because you kind of need to pay attention. Like I can't.
You have to read.
The dubs, the voices of the dubs just like grinds on my ears like really badly. Like I'm not trying to be like an elitist. It's just
No,
it's just
No,
a
I-
personal
there,
choice.
there
I
are
feel the
some
same.
that do it pretty well.
Like
Even
Dragon
the
Ball
ones-
Z.
Even the ones that do it pretty
Dragon
well.
Ball Z is pretty good. I feel like
Miyazaki movies.
some of the early ones did them pretty well too. Like Cowboy Bebop,
Cowboy
I
Bebop.
think did very well. What is it? It's the one where the guy
Trigun.
is Trigun was
No.
good.
Was that the one where there's like three dudes? One
Outlaw Star was okay
Outlaw Star, that's the one I was thinking
Yeah,
of. Yeah,
okay.
a special bullet gun person
with
thing.
ships with arms and shit.
Ships
yeah.
with arms. Yeah.
Bullet gun person thing. I
Yeah.
like
Well, it's the guy that had a gun that can shoot special bullets. That's like the thing of the show.
The anime kitty woman with big titties. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
That's
Wanted
everyone.
with Angelina Jolie.
it. Yeah.
I saw that one.
yeah, same.
But yeah, my Hero Academia. It's a show, as you might be able to tell, about a hero school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give away too much, but it's
Steve
pretty
Carell
good.
leaves in season 7
Aww.
of My Hero Academia.
Everyone dies. It's
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
I'd watch that.
But no, that would be the worst anime, really,
There's an anime already like that. It's fucked up.
where everyone dies.
a lot of people die.
What's that samurai one?
Samurai
Samurai
Rurouni
Champloo?
Kenshi?
Samurai Champloo.
Shampoo?
No.
Rurouni
It was-
Kenshin.
Oh.
It was a manga that we were super into
You say
before.
manga?
Super bloody.
Blade of the
manga.
Immortal.
Yeah,
Blade
Blade
of-
of the Immortal. That's
Yep.
it.
I kind of
Manga,
finished that,
Tony?
and like there's
Tony.
just so
I'm
many
white.
there's so many scenes in that particular manga that are just like so fucked up that I wouldn't be able to recommend it to anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Blade
really
of the Immortal.
it's really well done, but just really fucking brutal.
Yeah,
On
it's
that
drawn
note,
very well.
on that note, I do recommend My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
It is.
The
yeah,
art
me too.
style is really good. The story's been pretty consistent so far. There are a couple characters that, admittedly, I think people are supposed to hate.
Yes.
But other than that, the show's really good.
Bakugo.
Yeah. It's
He's
kind of like
definitely one of them.
it's kind of like anime X-Men a little bit. Like if they when they covered their school life.
Yeah, that's
Or
fair.
Sky High.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
actually,
yeah.
yes.
It's the anime version of Sky High.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of.
Never watched it, but yeah.
And you didn't
Except
really
there's no
miss much.
there is a technopath.
A techno.
They have a different technopaths.
They had the super power of EDM.
There is a character who has headphones that she can plug in walls.
No, she has headphone jacks.
She has
Or headphone jacks.
Yeah, that will come from her ears.
Yeah.
And
Weird.
she can listen to things really carefully,
Oh, okay.
and she can also amplify sounds from within her own body.
Can she hack through the ear jacks?
No.
Ah.
She's cool. I like her.
But yeah, I don't want to give anything away. Just it's a good show. If you have a Hulu subscription and you're looking for new animes, go for that one. It's good.
Nice.
Also, Food Wars is
That's
Don't even look at me, Tony.
that's completely different. But sure, Food Wars is good too, I suppose.
it's something.
I've also been playing a lot more EDH in Magic.
Very good format.
What is EDH?
Elder Dragon
Highborn.
Oh, that's
Highborn,
right. Okay.
yeah. But most people confer to it as Commander.
Mm-hmm.
And the premise for anyone that plays Magic, this will make more sense. But you get a legendary creature to be your commander, and your whole deck can only have one ofs. Has to be 100 total cards, and they can only be in the colors of your commander. So you build a deck sort of that way.
You
That's
have
kinda fun.
artifacts, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's kind of a more balanced format than
What about
like
land and stuff or resources?
lands.
No-
so
no
basic
lands.
lands, no limit,
Oh,
just
I
like
see,
any
I
other
see.
deck.
Yeah. But like you
Only
know things,
one land.
things like literally any other kind of special land you can only have one of.
I see.
Yeah, any other can besides basics or things that explicitly say you can have as many of them in the deck as you want.
Plague
Gotcha.
rat deck.
Then you
So how do you? Is there has someone figured out like the appropriate amount of land? Because if you have 100 unique
Yeah, I
cards,
think it's like 35 to 40.
I guess
to
it depends
60.
on the cost of most of your cards. Right?
yeah, and also typically in Magic in general, 40% lands is like the standard amount, so you sort of
Okay.
adjust it from there.
And a lot of the decks that I've seen have a lot of mana accelerants, so they'll have things that tap
Yeah.
for mana, give you energy. Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's one of the fun things about Commander is that the games tend to go longer,
Yeah.
so you get more chances to do crazy stuff.
I
Yep.
see.
It's all about interactions for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of which, you know how you said you can export your deck from the Magic the Gathering online game?
Oh yeah.
Does that put it into like a format that you can actually read, like an Excel, or is it in like some sort of jarbled?
No,
Like
it puts it in a format you can read. Actually, I think
Because then, if that
it's
was
just
the
like
case,
1x card name, 2x card name, that kind of a thing.
I see.
I think because you can import them as well.
Yeah.
And I
Because then
think-
you could like build decks in the game, export it, and like run analysis on it
Yeah.
to see
could.
like how
People totally do that. Yeah.
like you know.
You can also
but
buy it
I-
in real life if you really wanted
Sure.
to replicate your
Yeah,
deck.
yeah, totally.
But yeah, been playing a lot of Magic. It's been fun, and mostly just been sort of preparing for this party. It's our first housewarming party
It's my first housewarming party.
of this house, and we're gonna have more parties in this house for
No,
sure.
meaning like I've literally never been to a housewarming party before.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Think-
didn't
think-
you come to mine before?
No.
Hey, well,
I've been to a party at your house, but it wasn't a housewarming party.
Oh, that's right.
I've been living in my place for like 2 years, and I haven't had a housewarming party. So when I do throw one, I'll invite you.
Cool.
Cool.
There you go.
Sounds good.
It'll be your second.
Yeah, that's really kind of been it. Just lots of stuff preparing for the party. Went to Costco, spent a bunch of money on food. You know,
Nice.
I mean, you do that anyways.
Yeah,
but
right.
for a party, it's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of stuff. So
Very
Yeah,
cool.
that's
Are you
about
guys
it.
gonna have a bounce house or a bouncy castle?
no, we won't. But we'll have
Quick
a hot
survey.
tub.
Quick survey. What do you guys call those? Everybody has a different name.
Bounce
for it.
house.
Yeah.
I just said bounce house.
I think Bounce Castle.
Jumper? I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard
think
them all.
Yeah, I've heard them all.
I've never heard of
I
a jumper
typically
before.
would call them bounce house because they aren't necessarily castles. They can be like anything.
Yeah, they can be a
I've-
Well,
dinosaur.
I'm sorry. Okay,
I've
I
heard them
only
called
go
as
to the
bouncy
Bounce
castles.
Castle
Yeah,
Emporium.
bouncy castles is. I mean, they're standardly castles.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
it
feel like
makes
I've heard
sense.
jumpers more.
Yeah,
I've literally never heard jumpers before.
Oh, yeah.
That was my first time.
Like,
that was
I've heard
what
it.
I used to call them.
Yeah, most party rentals will be like, what kind of jumper do you need? Or how,
jump-
The
how
only
big
time
of-
I've heard of jumper is like the Third Eye Blind song. So
The only time I've heard jumper is for like the suit.
That's a jumpsuit.
I know they
Oh.
call them jumpers
Gotcha.
too.
Oh, I see.
all right, I guess like jumper cables, but like yeah.
Jumper cables, yeah. Jumper, I've heard it describing what I call bounce houses as well, but rarely.
Gotcha. So you're not going to have one.
No, I'm not going to have one of those.
That's a bummer.
I remember when I saw a house like termite bombed for the first time, and I thought it was like a
Oh, yeah.
gigantic bounce castle, and I was like,
It
"Oh
looks like
shit,
it.
that looks wait, what the fuck is that?"
Do not enter.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
Poison.
would not want to
Yeah.
go in there.
yeah, never mind. Party boner
You would have been
ruined.
jumping for too long.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's about it.
All right.
All right, we made it all the way around.
All
no,
right.
we haven't.
Oh yeah, Peter. I forgot that you started. How long have we been here?
I'm going home. Anyway, other than the usual, basically, I've just been doing one thing and one thing only.
Wait, let me guess.
Sleeping.
Pooping.
Yes.
Oh.
And well, I said other than the usual. So,
Oh, okay. Hold on.
God fucking damn it.
Pooping heavily.
I said other than the usual, Matt. Okay.
Oh, pooping very lightly.
Okay. Well,
Ding, ding, ding.
that never happened.
Done.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh.
I've
Only
been
heavy
I've been
poops.
streaming a lot, actually, like a lot. Not exactly sure why, but on Sunday I decided to just go live. I saw the analytics of that stream, and I didn't get any hosts, and I got around 80 concurrent, and I was just like, oh shit, okay, maybe I should just stream more, because like before then, like I had only streamed like 3 times total this month, which is like maybe
Yeah.
once a week at best, and then since last Sunday I've streamed every day. So I've streamed 5 days in a row now, and then after this podcast I'm going to be streaming again. So like
Oh, wow.
of each of those streams, I've actually been able to hit at least 80 to 90 concurrent, and a lot of people have been hosting me. So like,
Nice.
I've actually applied for partnership a couple days ago, so I'm hoping that I do get it this time. But if I don't, completely understandable. Like my
How long is the period?
turnaround? 7 days, 7 business
So
days.
it has to. Okay.
But the thing is, TwitchCon is in about a month now, and I'm sure a lot of people are trying to get partnered before TwitchCon. So a lot of people, TwitchCon is basically the convention for Twitch, the streaming platform. So I'm sure a lot of people are trying to get partnered before TwitchCon because being partner has its own, benefits and shit. So
Yep.
I
You get the jacket.
yeah, I forgot the
make-
merch.
you get
the golden play button,
you
right?
you get a jersey, you get a backpack, you get some other shit.
Oh, okay.
You also get like
It's a million
VIP. You
subscribers.
also get to go to a specific like partner only party.
That'd be hilarious if they were like Letterman jackets.
I think they actually do sell Letterman jackets. But,
Yeah,
Or like the golden jacket from Happy Gilmore.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely remember that like this year they were talking about how like partners will be getting a special backpack with their Twitch names sewed onto it, which I thought was pretty cool for free. Well, not for free. You're still paying for your
Yeah,
Twitch
don't
ticket.
partners?
Twitch name like PCP
Don't you have to
TV.
pay even more?
Yeah, PCP TVs. What?
Don't you pay even more as a partner for a ticket?
No.
I thought I
Why
saw
would,
that.
why would you pay more?
I don't know. I was looking at pricing. It seemed like it cost more.
It costs more depending on how
What
many
tier?
how many days you went.
You can probably also get special
Like you could buy
passes.
you could
Yeah,
buy
okay.
like each day a ticket for each day was about $90 each, and then for the whole thing was about $180.
I mean, maybe Tony's right. Maybe they're like, we're giving them money, they can afford it.
yeah. Like I mean I guess
Twitch just fucks their own.
yeah, but yeah. So I applied for partner. We'll see how that goes. I'm not really getting my hopes up too high, just because the last time I got rejected was mostly because I got one really fucking fat host, which kind of qualified me to apply for partner in the first place. And they're just like, yeah, we don't really know if you're going to be able to keep up the momentum. And we're just going to see how you're doing in 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks, they were totally right. My momentum was completely shot. But this time it's a little different just because I've been able to consistently get a decent amount of viewers on most of my streams without hosts. And like I looked at the analytics, and then the streams where I did get big hosts, I was still averaging about 90 to 100 something viewers before I got the host. So because they require you to have at least 75 concurrent average.
Oh, I see.
So
Cool.
so yeah, here's hoping for that. I'm just trying to like grind out as many streams as possible before TwitchCon and hopefully get partnered. But yeah, we'll just see how that goes.
I'm still amazed because of how late you start sometimes that you get that many.
Yeah, it's crazy because like I do work late as a private tutor. I get off work at around 8:30, and I'm in like this Santa Monica, Beverly Hills-ish area. Takes me about 30 to 45 minutes to drive home. About an hour if I get food. So
that's pretty fast compared to rush hour though.
Yeah, I mean true, but then like it's just it does take time to get home, and so I'll be getting home around 9:30 to 10. So yeah, I'll be starting stream around 9:30 to 10.
But that's proving how much you've grown though, the channel or the community. Because like,
here's
it doesn't seem to matter when you start. People will just start like filling up the chat.
Yeah, I've just been getting a ton of support from a lot of different people, and it's been like just really cool to see them like rally around me in this way. So yeah, it's cool.
You have toxic mods like myself.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. this fucking guy was like, Peter, pay attention. Caroline is saying something nice about you. I was like, what the? Relax, dude.
I've hopped in your stream a couple times. I just throw out a couple lines and then I usually dip out.
Yeah. I've tried to catch them when I can, but sometimes it's like,
hey, Peter, I pooped my pants, and then I log off.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I just got jaked. But yeah, so that's pretty much been my week. And
got jammed.
Just lots of streaming. Anyway, let's go. Before we go into news, you guys need to take a break first?
No?
All right, let's just go straight into news. And news this week is actually pretty light. I personally only have 2. So
I have 1.
Oh, I have 1. So 2
okay.
total.
So, yeah.
All right, so I mean, the first bit of news kind of sucks. Or just
go for it.
It's just a sad.
It's a continuation.
It's a continuation. So basically, Telltale Games is having a class action lawsuit levied against them by former employee because they violated several like employer laws, and the gist of it being that they were not
actual labor laws.
They're supposed to be given at least 60-day notice if there is a planned layoff, and the planned layoff has to be at least like, I don't know. I forgot the exact numbers, but basically they totally.
I think it's more than 50 people.
Yeah, and they laid off way more than 50 people for sure.
Cliffy B.
Yeah, they got Cliffy B'd, but yeah. So it's a terrible situation all around. No one got severance packages. Medical care ends at the end of the month, which like I hear
that's standard.
Yeah, Matt's been telling that's standard, but I mean that still fucking
get
sucks.
Your Cobra letter.
There have been people that moved either across the country or across the world to actually move here as like recently.
To work there,
as recently as like a week before the closure of the company. So it's like they're bringing in people knowing that they're closing the company down.
Yeah.
So it just seems incredibly scummy.
And
on top of that, they're living in San Francisco. Or like the headquarters is either in or near San Francisco, where like the cost of living is insanely high. So so basically this company left a lot of their employees high and dry. Like they kind of fucked them over. We already talked about how a lot of companies have like reached out to them, possibly giving them like new job opportunities, but definitely they fucked up really badly.
Yeah. I know that a bunch of companies, after hearing about all this stuff from the employees, have like reached out to Telltale being like, hey, you should do right by your employees. Like I know one of the big ones was the lead person for the new God of War game basically told Telltale, you fucked over your employees, make it right.
Yeah.
Give them severance, give them, whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
And like they kind of had they actually tweeted out an update saying, hi, because at this point, the final 2 chapters of the final chapter of The Walking Dead were canceled. And they actually tweeted out saying like, hey, actually we've been approached by a lot of different people saying that they actually wanted to see if they could work with us to actually help produce the final chapters of the game. We don't know what format it's going to be or if it's necessarily going to be a game, but we were hoping that we could try and make this work. And everyone in the replies was like, yeah, how about you fucking pay your employees a severance before you concern yourself with finishing the fucking game first?
Yeah. I mean, there's also the thing where Netflix is funding them to finish the Stranger Things game.
Right.
Or not funding them. I think they took it into their own hands is what it was.
Something like that. That and the Minecraft game. So
Minecraft.
Yeah, it's just wow. It kind of shows that
it turned into a shit show real quick.
These employees are really not protected at all. It's terrible.
Well, they are. It's just they now need to go into a class action lawsuit.
The fact that they have to sue the company in order to like
get what's right.
Yeah. To have to make good.
To get justice.
Yeah.
Justice.
And for a fact that like this company knew this closure was on the horizon for a pretty
yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they settled all their debts in such a way that like the executives would get the majority, the lion's share of the
they got a
profits.
bunch,
They
yeah.
sold off all their stock.
Yeah,
Sold out their assets, that kind of stuff.
Like
Yeah.
it just really bothers me that like they really did not prepare their employees for the closure at all. Like just like tell them like, hey, our sales
We're
are not
going down.
Like sales are not going well. Like even though the product is good and reviewing well, like it's just not translating into sales. So like, do expect for this to happen. That way, people got at least prepared to like get a new job.
Or not move.
Yeah, for them to get like for them to get basically the same day the news and the closure without severance, without any kind of safety net at all, is like fucking horrific. So yeah.
I know the same thing happened with the Cliffy B company. I don't know about the severance package, but like a bunch of the employees didn't know it happened until the day of.
Yes.
I remember reading a tweet. Someone was like, "Hey, is there going to be a girl character added to what is the
Oh yeah. They're like
Battle Royale?
for Radical Heights.
Radical Heights?"
Yeah,
and he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, one of the designers was just
And
like,
later that day, he's like, "Oh, never mind."
yeah, we're totally working on a girl character. Thank you for your intro. Oh, by the way, we just found out 2 hours ago that we're closing down. Never mind. So that's never happening. Yeah. So yeah, there's
So
that.
stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's it for that piece of news. Matt, can I go to you for the next one?
Sure. So this one is a little more lighthearted, and it's not really anything too special, but
Lord
the
knows we need
Xbox.
it.
Yeah, the Xbox is announced.
Classic Xbox Classic.
No, no, I'm sorry. That's later.
That would be dumb though. 'Cause
No, well,
can't you
I
just
don't know.
play them?
No.
on the new
No, a
one?
bunch of them weren't even
You
backwards
can't-
compatible.
The
I kept
Xbox
my original
games-
Xbox just to play Beyond Good and Evil and Full Spectrum Warrior because they didn't play on the.
Yeah, they're not
360.
backwards compatible. Actually, most systems beyond like the PS2 and like the GameCube/Wii are not backwards compatible. Really,
Womp womp.
it's kind of sad. The Wii U also was backwards compatible to the Wii, but not the GameCube.
Right.
But so backwards compatible.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Anyways, the actual story is that Microsoft has announced that the Xbox One will be supporting natively mouse and keyboard soon. Because I don't know.
Get ready, Fortnite.
Oh,
Cry
yeah.
babies.
Well, the thing about that is, it's been a long time issue where people have had modded little things they plug into their Xbox
So
to
it acts
allow
like a
them to use
controller.
it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been an issue anyways for a while, but now they're just taking it head on, just being like,
So they're
Fuck
just
it, it's supported.
They're just evening the playing field.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
evening the playing field. It's being also sponsored with Razer, so Razer's gonna probably just
Release
release
peripherals.
that are like catered to Xbox, but really it's-
$300 Xbox keyboards.
I mean that can't be hard because Razer's already green. So like, how much are they going to actually fucking change on these peripherals?
they'll put the little X on it. And, you know, that's
Next thing
about
you
it.
know is like this is an Xbox only peripheral. You can't attach it to your actual computer.
That would be ironic because Microsoft has for a long time been trying to unify Xbox and PC.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah.
that happening. I do see like kind of like a deal where it's a very Xbox 4 design. Like
Yes, they're not going to be able to limit what keyboard you
Right.
use.
Right.
like
unless-
instead of a Windows key, it's an Xbox.
I wouldn't be
key.
surprised if it's
Yeah.
literally just like a mouse and
make sense.
keyboard with the Xbox logo on it.
and they might be able to. They might release some peripherals for lap play with a keyboard and mouse. You know,
Okay.
like a little
Something
lap
that
desk
rests on
kind
your
of a
balls
thing.
really comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
You know.
also on the keyboard, the A, B, X, and Y are like the little gel buttons, not regular keys.
No, every key is like that.
Oh, yeah.
and they're mechanical.
It's
of
like
course.
Puyo Tetris for your thumbs.
I don't think Razer would put out
No,
something
they
that
would
garbage.
Not. They're not going to. But that's kind of the news because that's been a long running issue for Xbox. But it also kind of brings up how are they going to balance things on Xbox now? Because I know, like, especially Overwatch, they specifically changed things because of console versus
Yeah.
because of PC.
PS4, I think, has the same problem with Overwatch.
yeah. No, it's the same thing on
And
PS4 as
Fortnite.
well.
I mean, Blizzard could just push out updates accordingly to whatever console. Like Xbox, they'll probably just.
Yeah, but if they
Oh,
make
but
it
if majority of players are
right,
Right.
so
Yeah.
like, are they going to make it because? The only reason they did that is because controllers couldn't handle like Torbjorn or Symmetra as easily.
Well,
Widowmaker.
honestly, I just don't think Blizzard gives a fuck. Like, I don't think they care about console balance at all.
It's quite possible they don't, but they have that parity now
Yeah.
between consoles and PC. But if the Xbox says, "Hey, everyone control it like it's a PC," I don't know. Like games like that, what are they going to do?
No,
It does, however, open up the possibility of actual RTSs on a console.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
StarCraft for the Xbox. You guys
Cross-
remember that nonsense?
crossplay.
I mean, Blizzard and Xbox.
Or was that N64? That was
N64, yeah.
Yeah.
Blizzard can release their stuff on the Xbox now and say best played with keyboard and mouse.
Right.
So that actually could be a pretty good move by Microsoft.
Yeah. I know that the PS4 only has like a handful of games where you can actually use a keyboard.
Yeah. Well,
It's like
not
Fortnite
not
and
supposed
Overwatch.
to, but
I just
yeah.
feel like
No, you can.
you're getting like
some do.
you're
But
getting like an
others they
Xbox
do
One
anyways.
X. You're getting these peripherals. Just build a PC.
I mean,
It's a lot cheaper to buy
be
a
fair,
PlayStation or an Xbox
That's
than
true.
a PC.
That's true, but
the power for dollar, the Xbox is better than building a PC.
Totally.
But when you really get down to it, building a PC is not hard, and I think a lot of people they feel like it is.
and also building a PC
It's expensive.
building
It
a
is
PC
expensive.
building a PC goes beyond just playing video games. So
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. So
yeah.
you know, like for most people, that could be a good entry point. And then maybe if they find that keyboard and mouse is like the ideal way, maybe they'll look into
Yeah,
PC.
I don't know. I just find it hilarious when people are like, "Oh my god, building a PC is so expensive." By the way, I bought the new iPad, which
the iPad Pro for $1,500.
about the same price as a
you
pretty
could've
high
got-
tier computer.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not shitting on the iPad. I'm sure it's like a great
No,
product,
it's-
but like,
for what it is,
I
it's
have
good.
one.
it's like you can't really just say like it's too. I don't know. I'm just showing where I lay my priorities in terms of evaluations of things.
But yeah, so
Well, I gotta say, as a guy who's I've always been into PC games. Lately, I find that I kind of despise booting up my computer because, or not despise it, but I'd much rather play things on the console now because one, I can sit on my couch. Two, it downloads software updates when I'm gone because I leave it in rest mode. I never have to download driver updates. I just boot it up and it's like instantly ready to go. I mean, you can do that with PCs now, anyways. But no, I mean, you don't have to deal with graphics settings. You don't have to worry about stuff like that. I don't know. I've been loving games on the PS4.
That's true. I think just for me though is like it's the social space that really matters. Like
Okay.
you know, it really matters where like did your friend buy a PS4? Did they buy an Xbox?
Right, yeah,
And
totally.
then for me, it's like everyone's on PC.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And then having to like having to only be able to talk to a certain group of people because you're on a console is kind of
now if only they can all just work together and get crossplay through everything going.
Yeah.
That'd be
Speaking
so
of, I did see an article yesterday
Would you like to speak about this?
Sony.
The fact that they're not doing crossplay with anything because they're assholes.
They
They're
have
doing
an open beta for crossplay with Fortnite.
So yeah, they're basically allowing crossplay.
Wow,
that's interesting. I wish they would do
Yeah.
that with Rocket League so badly.
Rocket League
Apparently
makes
that's still not
complete
happening.
sense.
I
I don't understand.
honestly,
Every other console,
honestly,
including
yeah.
Switch,
I think for Sony, it's
is
just like
crossplay.
they're just like,
Well, Sony-
Fortnite's too big to like ignore. I think for
But it
Rocket,
took so long.
Well,
This-
that
they just
they-
launched
They
this yesterday.
They just added custom controller bindings to Fortnite.
Oh my god.
They just added it like 2 days ago.
Sony,
man.
please.
well, Sony.
No, not Sony. That's Epic Games.
That is
Oh,
Epic Games, but
Epic,
Sony.
please.
But still, Sony has been very reluctant to do the whole crossplay thing,
Yeah.
and it just is like, why?
well, I mean, we know why. It's because they're like the
Their
leading.
ecosystem
No, they're just the leading
console.
console company right now, and then they're having like a stranglehold on the
See, the
that
thing
lead.
about this is, I don't think it's going to hurt their numbers if they do crossplay. If anything, it'll get more people playing because all their friends are now online.
No, I think,
you know?
and I think they're realizing that with specifically with Fortnite, just because the player bases are so huge. But I think with like things like Rocket League, they're able to justify like there aren't enough people like hammering us about crossplay for that particular thing where like it would actually matter whether we turned it
I
on
don't
or
know.
off.
I would think
It's
that
on, like, all consoles
collectively,
now,
all the games, right? All the games that are multiplayer could benefit from crossplay. That's how I kind of see
But how does it benefit Sony?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
it.
cross,
How's it benefit
I don't
Sony?
think cross.
Positive PR, increased concurrent player counts, and no competition because now everyone can play with anyone regardless of their console.
I think for me, it's literally just
And they
like,
have better
in
exclusives.
Sony's minds, they're just like
Definitely.
it's more likely for someone to buy a
They do.
PS4 to play games with their friends, and thus, like it's not really in their best interest to actually enable crossplay.
See, what I think that Sony should focus on, which they have done very well, is having better exclusives.
Yeah,
Totally.
So, like, if
yeah.
you want the console with the best games, in my opinion, PS4 has it when it comes to PS4 versus Xbox.
Chad Warden, Xbox ain't got games. I'll bet that PS triple, baby.
That's just my opinion. Like, I'm sure people are like, but Halo, but like, really,
Or like Halo
but
3.
God of War, the new Spider-Man game. Like, they have so many things coming out for them that I feel like if they're really worried about crossplay, they're worrying about the wrong thing.
No, that's the thing. They're not worried about crossplay. In their minds, they're just like, we don't need to turn it on. Like, we don't fucking care. Like, if anything, it's Microsoft and like the game companies are like that want the crossplay. Sony's just like,
Whatever.
don't have it, don't need it. So yeah.
Except they do have it, but just not with.
More money, more problems.
Yeah.
I think it's with Xbox specifically.
Well, yeah, I
right?
mean, I'm just hoping that this is a step towards more crossplay for other multiplayer titles.
Hopefully open beta goes well.
Yeah, so keyboard, open beta, things are looking good.
I mean, Ninja literally tweeted out, proud of you. It's like, proud of you, Sony.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that
Some
made them feel
Some
great.
shit like that.
Patronize us, kid.
Yeah.
He's just the top player in that game. Yeah. in
No,
the
he's
world,
just the
that's all.
no. He's just the
I
most.
think he's just popular.
He's the most popular.
He's the most popular. He's definitely not the top. Not that I actually care about competitive Fortnite in any shape or fashion.
Apparently, you can meet him if you get a Samsung Galaxy
S9.
S9 or a Note, and you
And
get
play and specifically
This
log
is
on
and
to
you get
Fortnite.
10,000 V-Bucks for buying this phone. Because it's
It's
like
the commercial voice.
freaking.
It's the most common commercial I've heard for the Samsung as
It's
well.
also on every freaking Twitch channel.
Still not as bad as the Twitch commercial for Jack Ryan. Tom
Actually,
Clancy's Jack Ryan.
You know what's been worse for me was Destiny commercials on YouTube.
Oh, really?
It was literally every video I watched. It was get the expansion for Destiny. It was the same one on every single video. And it's
You
like,
watch ads on YouTube?
well, like immediately after like the 20th time seeing it, I'm like, I cannot take this anymore.
You block
Immediately
Origin.
you block.
Yeah, but yeah, basically, Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan is like this Amazon drama series that's on Amazon Video.
It's very
and
good.
because Twitch is owned by Amazon, they literally only play that commercial nonstop. And like it was always the same fucking commercial. And it would be like, I can't go to Yemen, I'm an analyst. So like people start spamming, I can't go to Yemen, I'm an analyst in like every fucking chat and shit. And like, yeah, it was.
Well, I can tell you right now on every Twitch channel, it's the Samsung commercial for Fortnite.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that for me, it is not that at all. It is definitely, I can't go to Yemen, I'm an analyst.
Anywho,
How's that
We
go
should
again?
probably cut to our sponsors, right?
Yeah.
Today's episode was brought to you by Samsung Galaxy.
And Yemen.
No, I've actually never seen that Fortnite commercial, which is weird. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for news. Before we go on to what we've played, you guys need to take a break or do you want to just power through?
no, I'm good.
Tony?
We're powering through.
No bossa nova today. All right.
All right. I'm just gonna get it out of the way real quick. I've been playing Destiny. That's all I've been playing.
Wow,
Just lots
nice.
and lots of Destiny.
Good job.
I
Nice.
got my second character to max level.
Well done.
So I have a warlock and a hunter, and I'm running into this issue where like, okay, so there's something called powerful engrams,
Sure.
which are part of like weekly and daily bounties,
Uh-huh.
and they're supposed to kind of guarantee you a piece of gear that is supposed to upgrade your overall eye level, essentially.
Cool.
Are you patronizing me because you're constantly saying, yeah,
I think because
So
you
it's-
said this exact sentence last week.
Light level. Continue.
But yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I couldn't have because I'm experiencing
Yeah.
something completely
Yeah,
so
different.
there's a
This is
story.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a
So-
story. It's a preface.
Now, are you patronizing me, Tony?
Yes.
Okay, I could just not talk about Destiny then. All right, man, go ahead.
No, I want to hear it. Go on.
No, it's okay.
Aw,
No,
Peter,
fuck
you gonna
you.
be like that?
What's the problem?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Tony, go ahead.
But you said me first.
Oh yeah, Matt. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so this week, primarily, it was Ultimate Chicken Horse on the Switch, which I also played with Tony. It's funny because,
Is that the game where you build platform levels with your friends?
yeah,
You guys put a
Yeah,
video
it's-
out about that.
yeah, we
Yeah,
did
yeah.
once. And the funny thing is, playing on PC, you had to have like a VPN to connect to other people to play. On the Switch, they're just like, put this code in, you joined your friends. Also, you unlock things really quickly on the Switch.
Yeah, that was cool. We got a bunch of maps.
Yeah, got new characters,
You
new
got a squirrel.
maps, new costumes and stuff. I was like, man, why didn't they just do this on PC immediately?
They didn't have costumes before, right? That's a
Well,
new
they released like this free expansion a
So
while
do you,
ago.
Do you have to have the Nintendo online service?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to play anything on.
So anything online, you need to have Nintendo Online service.
I see.
The other game we played on the Switch, which was basically, I looked through the store to find really weird looking games that I can afford for free with my points that I had accumulated. And I found one, and I thought, oh, this looks like Super Smash Brothers. And it's
totally not.
It's called
Slamland.
Slamland. And this game is not like Smash Brothers. Basically, there's a place where you can dunk your opponents or throw them into it, and you score points. So, like, the premise of the game is you're trying to either hit them in the air, then grab them, then dunk them into the goalpost, or just throw them in. And you can grab people that have grabbed other people to get multiple people in at the same time. And it is really, really dumb but fun.
It was totally worth it.
Nice.
It was like $8. I got it for free with my points.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, we played it for like 2 hours or something.
Mm-hmm.
Worth it.
Very cool.
Just immediately worth it. It's really dumb. We can play it tonight if you want.
The
Nice.
music is...
And the characters, there's a spider person called Spoder.
Yeah, Spoder.
There's
Does it look like the mess up Spider-Man meme thing?
No. But it's just like this like hand drawn style, but like
That'd be
I don't
hilarious
know.
if they put that and like Sanic and all the like messed
Sanic.
up meme characters. Maybe that'd be
that'd
cringy.
be pretty funny.
Danky King and
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
Zorldo.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I haven't really played too much. I played a bit more of Okami HD as well.
What's that?
Okami?
Mm-hmm.
It was a game originally on the PlayStation 2, then it moved to GameCube, and they hadn't really done anything with it till now with an HD release. And do you know the character that is a dog that's like fiery and has like a shield on its back?
No.
Okay.
He was in
You're basically
Marvel's Capcom. Right?
Yeah, you basically play this dog who is a god called Amaterasu, who is I believe in Japanese culture, like the god of gods, like the mother of all other gods.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a white wolf with a sacred relic on its back that you are trying to fight off demons to restore peace to the land, kind of a thing.
So what's the gameplay like? Is it like
So
Dynasty Warriors, but you're a dog?
No, it's
Because that sounds kind of fun.
It's much more like small combat kind of stuff. And the main mechanic of the game is you can pause time at any time to draw things on the screen, and depending on what you draw, it'll do things.
Oh, okay.
So like if you hit an enemy a bunch of times, hit it into the air, and then you pause time to draw a line through it, it'll do like a sword slash through them.
Interesting.
You can draw bombs places. You can do all kinds of stuff. You sort of get more powers as you go throughout the game.
Sounds cool.
So that's basically all I've been playing. So yeah, how about Tony?
Yes.
Since we had sort of similar games.
Yeah, so the Ultimate Chicken Horse, that was really fun. It was kind of weird playing it silently though, because I was playing with you, but not. Like I was just kind of laughing at things that were happening.
Yeah,
with no one to share it with.
There were some moments that were bizarre and funny.
Actually, I made a compilation because since I streamed it, I made clips out of it and then made a little like silly death compilation video. I think there were more too. I just couldn't go through them all.
A couple of my favorites was this one where there was a bow and arrow shooting upward, but like at the very bottom of the stage. And I remember Kelsey was jumping, hit by one at the very top of it, and then hit by like 7 more. She fell down.
Yeah.
So the character just was a pin cushion by the time it got to the bottom.
Impaled constantly. The game is ridiculous.
That's funny.
Actually, my gaming this week has been primarily the Switch.
Yeah.
No, wow.
I played a little bit.
Oh,
Not even on my 120. I'm leveling a Demon Hunter because it's more fun at the moment.
Yeah. That's the current end game state.
Demon Hunter. Well, like I said last week, Demon Hunters are analyzed as having 100% damage uptime. So that's retarded. I mean, you can just slam your face on the keyboard and he'll just automatically
so
damage
like the
the whole time.
cooldowns correlate so that you can continuously
That's
do
right.
things.
That's another thing, right? Like everything's on universal cooldown now.
Yeah, that is annoying to me, but also it makes it a little bit better in a way.
Everything feels laggy
Yeah.
because you used to be able to like hit more than one thing because they didn't all share cooldowns. Now you hit something and it's like a 0.5 second cast. It's like the cooldown wheel goes for all your abilities.
all spells. And if you get
That happened with
stunned.
some abilities as well, I believe. There
There were some
original.
global cooldowns before.
Yeah,
Right, but now it's all abilities.
All abilities.
But now-
Share
yeah,
the
if you
same
get-
it's like
global-
Moonfire. I can't cast it 20 times.
Like if you get
really
spell
quick.
locked, you're locked out of all spells, not just like a spell
Ooh.
of that. You know how it used to be like, I think it was like Shadow Lock or something, where only your shadow spells were locked, but you could still like heal or something else.
Yeah.
Now it's just whatever lock. It's just your entire thing is just spinning for 3 seconds.
So you're
or whatever.
silenced.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're just done. So I was playing a lot of the NES stuff as well.
Oh yeah, for the online service.
I've been playing Super Mario Brothers 3 and then the original one because those are awesome games.
Mm-hmm.
And as you saw today, I was cheating a little bit with the
The
save states or whatever. So I make it to a certain point with like full power or whatever, the fire flower, and then just save it so that if I die, just load it back up. So I can still have it. It's not the way to play
Tony,
that
the
game.
cheating bastard.
But the other surprising one I've been playing on the Switch, it's owned by Tencent Games.
Hold on.
Or created by Tencent
Slamland.
Games.
No, it's
No.
a ROM of PUBG Mobile.
No. It looks exactly like League of Legends. Imagine that, because Tencent owns that too. Arena of Valor, which was actually a mobile game.
Oh, that one. You've been playing that.
I don't know why. It feels just as balanced as League of Legends.
So not.
And I have to say, it runs absolutely horribly on the Switch.
No.
Well,
Yikes.
it also runs horribly on phone.
I'm
so
sure.
don't worry about it.
But they even in the announcement page, still, it's saying we realize we're having problems with staying connected and the game crashing.
Hashtag fix PUBG.
Yeah, on their game. But yeah, no, it says that, and it has been doing that. So they actually got rid of the gaming penalty for leaving games because.
So now people can leave freely and just
Well-
say, oh, it was lag.
So just today, for instance, I had 3 disconnects and 5 game crashes.
Oh my God. Why were you
Why would
playing
you?
this
Why would
game?
you continue playing?
Yeah, why would you keep playing that?
Because I'm wrecking,
Oh, okay.
but
Like I'm totally one of these noobs. Fuck, Switch.
really, I just picked like a marksman character, and I think the last game I played, I went 19-0. So
Wow.
the
I've
games
done
are
that a couple times in League.
games are really quick though. They're not like League at all. These are really hard to drag out.
Well, there's a plus.
Yeah, there you go.
They're quick, and it's still 5v5, 3 lanes. You know,
Huh.
but
Do things just die really quick, or
it seems like health and damage are scaled in a way where
And you level quicker or something, maybe.
and they're only 15 max levels.
I see.
I mean, like even in the jungle, you can just go through from bottom to top. You're already level 6, but you get your ult at level 3. So
ooh,
because there are only 3 spells.
Gotcha.
oh
I
yeah,
see.
because mobile, you don't want to have too many buttons.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. But yeah, that's
All right,
pretty much it.
okay. So moving on to Jake.
Sure. Do you guys mind if we take a mid-sequence break so I can use the bathroom real quick?
No,
How dare you? All right, we'll pick it up with you then.
Ba, 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 ba.
are you okay?
That's the music.
music.
All right, and we're back from the
Excuse me.
from the
He couldn't get
abrupt
that out
restroom
of the
break.
restroom.
I don't know why this came to my head though, but like my favorite Twitch like copy pasta that I've seen recently is like, you can ban me if you want, I'm still gonna squeeze my hog to you. Like it's a terrible thing to say, but for some reason it just like cracks me up when I see that shit. So like,
I just want to see someone literally have a picture of them hugging a pig,
yeah. So
and then like another picture of them looking at you.
so now
Squeezing my hog.
everyone on Twitch is just like, they'll just fucking say it now. Like it doesn't even matter. It's like, I don't
Dude.
care if you ban me, I'm still squeezing my hog to you.
That should be
That's
one of your first merch items, maybe. But
A
not
picture
like,
of you holding a pig.
yes.
That kind of calls into question how you think of me as a person, but you know,
No, but-
we know we can workshop that for sure. I feel like that could be a merch opportunity. Maybe like a piggy bank that's like squishy, a squishy piggy bank. That sounds terrible. Whatever.
Kim Jong-un holding a pig.
Anyway,
I feel like there's something there.
Before the like very abrupt attack on your intestines, Jake, you were talking about the games you were playing.
And or bladder.
Oh, yeah.
or probably bladder.
You were about to, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to. Thank you for the reminder, because that was a very long deuce. I made these guys wait an hour. Okay, so this week I've been playing quite a few games. I've been playing mostly on the PS4. Been playing a lot of Battlefield 1.
Is that out?
Yeah, well Battlefield 5 is the one that's about to come out.
Right,
So
right.
I did play the beta of that when that was up, but I don't think that was this week. I think
Yeah, Battlefield 1's been out for a while, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I was confusing it with the new release.
Yeah, but because of that new one coming out, this one was on sale on PlayStation for like $10 for the base game plus the season pass.
What the fuck?
So, which never happens with the Battlefield game.
Yeah,
like
never.
Battlefield 4 is probably still $40.
I gotta
You know
say,
what I mean?
do you think they did that move because the pre-orders for Battlefield 5 were so bad that they wanted to have Battlefield in like the
I
public
think
consciousness?
so.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That makes sense.
By the way, the difference between Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 is it's pretty big. It's a pretty big difference. Battlefield 1, I love it. It's like kind of arcadey a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's World War One themed, and there's like a bunch of automatic guns, but mostly semi-automatic, which at least stays a little bit more true to World War One, considering like the first automatic machine gun didn't come out until like the very end of World War One, like the last year or something like that. Like
Is it like 17?
19, like 19, like the beginning of 1918 or something like that. Anyways, but like every assault character starts with automatic guns, whatever.
I heard reviving is different too, right?
In 5,
Yeah.
yeah. So here I'll talk about 1, and then, or I'll just talk about 5 real quick. 5 feels a lot more sweaty to me. Like I feel like all the PUBG people, all of like anyone who plays these like super competitive battle royale games these days.
Oh, like the realism focused kind of shooters.
or like the Rainbow Six Siege players might really like this game because you have to be a lot more careful. You start off with a lot less ammo. There's like ammo stations and health stations around, so you have to go run to them and pick up an ammo thing. If you ever need more ammo, you have to pick up a health kit you can use to heal yourself. And the medic, I think, can resupply other people's things and maybe revive. I'm not really sure. But the guns have like a bunch of different customization things, which I like. But you die a lot faster. I feel like it's like the time to death is like instant. Like basically you get shot, you're dead. For the most part, I mean, there's no like you can't call out, you can't tag people.
Oh,
Like in every other Battlefield game, you can. This one you can't. You can kind of ping an area, but you can't. Like
you can't directly have an arrow like following the
only
person.
if you're a scout can you tag players, enemy players.
Okay,
Interesting.
that
Okay.
gives the scout a lot of power, though. That's good.
It does, yeah. But then again, I was playing a scout, and the sniper's not even a one-hit kill. Like unless maybe
is the
maybe
scout
headshot,
the sniper rifle character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, a headshot's
Maybe headshot was, but I'm terrible. I mean, I'm playing on a PlayStation.
Right,
You know what
okay.
I mean? Like, good fucking luck. And I'm learning the maps at the same time. You know what I mean? Anyways, that shit was like crazy hard. I kind of missed Battlefield 1, and I was happy to get back to it after the beta was over because, it's hard. It's fun, and you have to be a lot more tactical in like your movements and stuff. But anyways, Battlefield 1 is fantastic.
So you would say 5 is more along the lines of like a more realistic.
It's more realistic.
Okay, whereas 1 is
Way more arcadey.
got it.
But I like that because it feels like you're constantly in the action.
Yeah, you've always been a Battlefield fan, right? Like I remember you showing me like Battlefield or Bad Company, maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've been playing since
high school.
1942.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Jake is 76 years old.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've been playing since
Wait a
Battlefield 1942.
Yeah, I know that checks out actually.
Yeah.
Oh wow, nice mental math. I wasn't even going to bother. I just whatever. I'm like 100 years old. I wasn't born in 1942. Anyways,
You're only 76. Get it right.
oh, okay. So yeah, so it's way more arcadey, the Battlefield 1, and I like that because you're constantly in the action, whereas opposed to like all these battle royale games, you're just like spending most of your time running around looking for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like looting. But this one feels Battlefield 1 is so much fun. Like you're constantly shooting at people. If you play right, you get a lot of action. You don't die a lot. I mean, you still have to be tactical if you're doing that, but yeah, it's just way more fun in my opinion. So I've been loving that. And again, it's great because like the PS4 just boots up and there I'm sitting on my couch.
Are you
know
some
what I
kind
mean?
of like partner with PlayStation or?
No, I've just been really digging it. You know.
That's fair.
yeah.
I understand.
The other game I played a little bit this week, and then I decided to stop playing it, was Destiny 2, because it was released for free for PS Plus. It's like the PS Plus
base game,
Right,
I
right,
assume?
yeah.
The PS Plus game of the month.
With the base game,
It's
I
just the
assume.
base game, which I didn't know, because I had played Destiny 2 when it came out to like end game, and then I got kind of bored and stopped. So I re-downloaded it, and me and my buddy were playing through it, and then we realized, oh, it's capped. We're capped still at level 20, which I think the max level is what, 50 now?
50 now, yeah.
So, you can't really do like the end game stuff. But like the Crucible shit's super fun. I like the PvP. Maybe it's because I was in the battlefield mode and I'm like,
No,
liking
the PvP
that.
is good.
Yeah, the PvP was fun. The thing, I don't know. I still got gripes with Destiny 2. Maybe it's just because I'm on the base game. But like I did some of those, whatever the raids are called, and something
Oh,
Nightfall?
Strikes?
strikes, right? Where there's a boss at the end. And like
It's like a dungeon.
yeah, so the first one I did, which I looked it up later, and it was apparently like the most hated one. It was something strike zone or something like that, or
What was the boss encounter like?
okay. Well, I would love to tell you, but my friend jumped down into the boss room, and I got locked out by like this weird purple wall, and I couldn't join.
Oh, that's so weird because whenever you're like locked out, they usually just like joining team member and like they'll teleport you to it.
Right, so
I
I-
guess
so I
I guess it bugged out and just didn't send you.
I
there.
looked it up online. People were like, I just turn around and run backwards towards the beginning and eventually teleport to you. So I turned around, ran all the way to the very beginning of the strike, and nothing happened. I was like, okay, but what if I just die over here? So I died near the beginning, and I just respawned near the beginning.
What about your friend? What happened if he died? Like if you guys
He
wiped?
just respawned back in the room with the boss fight.
Yeah, it sounds
Wow.
broken.
That sounds fucked. Yeah.
That's a good old
Yeah,
bug.
so I was like, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. And so that I didn't like. And then also, I don't know, I love the gunplay in Destiny. It feels so good. But I feel like the RPG elements, like, what is your level? Like, it's so arbitrary.
Pretty much.
Like, what is it? Like, most stuff is locked till your max level anyways. So why not just call that endgame content and just let you do it after the story? Because, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like you're doing the story missions, right? And you do some side shit. And if unless you're just going story mission to story mission, you're always like way above the recommended light level.
Oh, yeah.
Like the thing will be like, reach light level 40 and get to level 7. I'm like, I'm level 19 already. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they solved that problem with the new expansion for
did
sure.
they?
Like when I actually finished the campaign for Forsaken, I was actually not even max level yet.
yeah.
So I was like level 47. So I was still unable to like in terms of like efficiency, like max efficiency. Like I shouldn't have been doing. Like I still had to grind out before I was doing my weeklies and my dailies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyways, but it was fun while it lasted. I mean, I still like Destiny 1. I was also played that a few weeks ago. People are still playing it,
Oh, yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played a little Destiny, and then I also got the new Spider-Man game. Man, that game is fun. I don't know if you guys played it yet. Have you guys
I've
played it?
seen a lot of it, have not played it.
Okay, well, I buckled real quick, like 3 days after it released. I was like, okay, I'm buying it because I turned on my PlayStation. Like my entire friends list is just playing Spider-Man.
I heard the swinging's real good in that game.
Oh yeah, did you ever play the GameCube one? It's just like that in terms of like
Ooh.
how good the swinging feels, and like the entire island. It's the island of Manhattan, and it's seriously like almost a perfect replica of Manhattan with the Avengers Tower, where the Avengers Tower is in the
Wow.
movies.
That's cool.
Super fun. Like I visited my friend's apartment in Manhattan
That's so cool.
as Spider-Man.
Was the interior correct?
Oh, I couldn't get inside.
Oh,
But there's some seriously amazing detail on the buildings. Like, you know, if you're running up one of those like massive skyscrapers and like it's got like really reflective glass or whatever, so you can see like the sun behind you or whatever. But like if you angle the camera right, you can see like the ceiling lights inside the floor, or like inside the
The building.
Inside the
the
building.
building.
Oh, okay.
Like you can see office details inside the office if you like. And it's just like, wow, why would you even think to bother? But it looks so cool when you dig down into stuff like that.
yeah. Small
like-
details make
There's
it.
a lot of really cool small details. I mean, the side stuff is not. It doesn't feel like a grind. Like, you know, like in Batman, the Batman games, like the first one had like 30 Riddler trophies and those felt great. But then like the latest one, there were like 300 Riddler trophies and like only like a handful of them are even remotely fun. All the other ones were just like, oh my God, this is just busy work.
Yeah.
They don't have that. They got like backpacks for you to collect, and that's like the most chore-like one, and there's only 30 of them. So, you know, it feels great because you're like swinging around the city. And
Like you actually want to collect these because going around the city feels so good.
yeah, absolutely. Like I knew like within an hour, I'm like, I'm going to 100% this game. and that's why I haven't beat it yet, because every time I unlock some new side shit, I'm like, I'm going to put the main storyline on pause for a second. I'm going to go around. I'm going to try and find some stuff. And actually, there's some pretty hard content later in the game in terms of like side stuff. So
Like challenges and stuff.
the challenges are brutal, dude. They're so hard. But yeah, it's been super fun. So I haven't finished it yet, but really cool gameplay.
Cool.
That's cool.
I like.
I've seen so much stuff on Reddit.
Yeah, I've
about
just
it.
been hearing
Yeah.
like Sony's killing it, man. Sony's fucking
Yeah.
killing it with
Yeah.
with the exclusives for sure. Holy shit.
Yeah. So that's been great. And then the only other game I've been playing, which I've been playing a lot of, is drumroll please. Factorio.
Hey.
I've been playing a
Who would have seen
shit
that
ton of
coming?
Factorio. Okay, so for the longest time, it's just been me and my buddy Alec who had Factorio, and we kept trying to convince our
I
friends
saw
to
you
buy
got
it.
John into it.
Yeah. So we kept
That's
trying to
how he was
convince. Thanks for spoiling my story, Tony.
Sorry.
God, it's Michael. Okay.
God damn it, Tony.
So it used to be $20, and I'm like, come on, it's only $20. And all my friends are like, no, go fuck yourself. I'm not gonna do it. I'm busy playing Fortnite or PUBG or Battle Royale, which I don't know if you guys saw that, but it seems like right up your alley.
I installed it and didn't try it.
Okay.
Feels bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyways, me and my friend Alec broke down and bought it for our buddy John because we knew he'd like it. He's an engineer, and a lot of this game kind of feels like programming in a way because you have to think big at first and like try and put things down the way you want, and if you don't, you end up doing a lot of refactoring. So in that way, it kind of feels like, you know, the kind of mindset of a programmer and stuff. And like within like 20 minutes, he's like, "Oh shit, this game is awesome." And 5 hours later, I was like, "Dude, I gotta go to bed." It was like Sunday night. He's like, "All right." And then like 5 minutes later, he texts me. He's like, "Yeah, let's play more of that tomorrow. I'm hooked." And then like Monday, I got home from I was gonna say school. I got home from work, and John and Alec were on, and we played. I just literally walked inside my door, sat down at my computer, and I just been sitting at work all day. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play for a little bit. I'll eat dinner. I think that was at like 5 o'clock. Next thing I knew, it was like 11:30. I was like, guys, I gotta eat dinner and go to bed. We spent the entire night just like playing, and it's getting super intense. And then of course, like the next day, John's like, dude, this game is like crack. I've been thinking about my next hit since we logged off last night.
Oh my god.
Just to give you an idea of how our base is looking right now, we actually broke new ground for me. Like we got to a part that I've never been to before in this game, which is cool. We're still nowhere near the end, but we started in a desert map, which means our pollution spreads really fast. And the pollution, once it reaches the natives or the aliens, they get pissed and they start coming at you and attacking your stuff. Also, the longer they sit in pollution, the faster they evolve compared to like their other alien brethren who are, or native brethren who aren't in the pollution. So they get real nasty real quick. And so our base is spread out, and eventually we build the wall, like, because we had to. We had to.
Build the fucking wall, man.
We had to keep the natives out because they kept coming in and trying to ruin our shit.
Wait, I feel like there's an analogy there somewhere. Anyway, continue.
So now we got this massive wall around our base with turrets lining the entire wall with like belt going through between the wall and the turrets that's filled with ammo to resupply the turrets while we continue doing stuff. We got like a train station outpost with another wall with turrets that collects oil. So our train goes all the way out there, picks up the oil, the arms grab all the ammo from the train cargo hold and pass it around to those guns, and then it comes back down and refuels our base with oil, which we need
oh my
to make
god.
plastic, which we need to make 5 billion other things, you know. The greatest part about this game is there's just always something to do, you know. So it's like one of those kind of like, okay, one more thing real quick before I So it's a time sink, but it always feels good. Even when you're like dreading the thing, you're like, I have to do this eventually, right? Like the one thing that you're like, no, I don't want to do it. I'll just do something else. Even when you finally do it, you still have fun because then you do it and you're like, oh man, this is awesome.
Kind of reminds me of like the Civilization effect. Just like one more turn.
Exactly.
Like one more thing to
man.
do.
Yeah, it feels like a mix of like Civ and Minecraft.
And like a city builder a little bit.
Yeah,
What's that
Like
one?
SimCity?
That Mars game that's similar to this.
Surviving Mars.
Surviving Mars.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about that, but I haven't played it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I played before I came here. I'm not gonna lie about it. I was supposed to go to
Don't they have Factorio on like mobile devices now? I want to say like iPad.
no.
No. Huh. I could have sworn that like either they had plans to or they released it on some kind of mobile platform.
No, that'd be
But
dope.
do you
though.
do you see it translating to like a mobile platform style,
No,
like something with a touch surface?
it might suck.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's so much to click on because it's all clicking.
Okay.
So it might, and you got to do like right click and left click, control click.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So not really,
All right. Interesting.
but that's great. And then also like the mod support is amazing. It's built right into the game. You just click mods and you can just click install mods, and there's like a whole list. You can just install them and just reboots the
Is
game.
it
real quick.
workshop mods or is it just
People can write their own mods. You can write them in Lua. Some of them are like quality of life mods, just really neat stuff. Some of them like are like completely rebuild the game. Like there's a SpaceX mod where you're like rebuilding SpaceX and like the rocket. Like the end goal of the game is to build a rocket to launch off the planet that you crash landed on. That's like the kind of storyline of the game, right? So like
That's why it's very similar to the Surviving Mars.
yeah. So
Well, the other way around.
I haven't looked into the SpaceX one, but I've heard it's nuts because like the rocket technology at the end is just insane. There's people who have made like completely rebuilt, added new production, new resources, a whole bunch of stuff. There's like a C block mod where you start on a one little block of land surrounded by ocean, and you have to keep like expanding your island out so that you could build more of your factory. Kind of a sad existence. There's one where like you can build these like houses, or they're like giant farms, like a factory, and you go inside of it, and there's like big space inside, and that's where you put your stuff. So you can like contain your massive factories in like a relatively small area of land, and you can even pick them up and like move them to the other side of the, like 1,000 kilometers away, and just plop it right back down. Everything's still inside of it, and
Nice.
you can even nest those factories inside of factories, which the recursion it hurts.
ooh, recursion, my least favorite type of programming?
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Well. Okay. Well. Anyways, Factorio is fucking awesome. It's now $30, but dude, 2 thumbs up.
There you go.
Good to know.
If you guys get it, please let me know.
Official rating from Jake, 2 thumbs up.
It's Ebert and Siskel rating.
Is that what it is?
No, I don't know.
Well, no, you're right. There's a movie critic that does that.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they're dead, or
Uh,
he's dead.
ooh.
But yeah,
Well, if you go on like the subreddit, you'll see like screenshots of people with like thousands of hours played into this game, and like have only beat it like a handful of times, but they still just like nonstop play this game. I think I have like probably close to 80 hours, but it's just like,
Sounds
you
fascinating.
can see yourself
so-
putting thousands of hours into this game.
dude, it's so fun. I mean, the closest I've ever come to that is Rocket League. I think I'm at like 900 hours or something like that.
Okay,
It's a lot.
I think the game with the most hours on Steam that I have is still
Dota 2.
Team Fortress.
for me,
Fortress
for
2.
me, for me, it's definitely
Team
Dota
Fortress
2.
and Dota.
Mm.
Dota, I,
I
have like 2,000.
think
hours.
League and World of Warcraft still are the top.
A lot of it is
ones,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
but I
client.
just don't know how many
Right, yeah,
hours.
yeah. Can you imagine if Blizzard had tracked that?
Blizzard
Well,
does
you
track
can,
it.
you
From
can do
day
a
one.
slash
They
played.
track it.
You do slash played.
No. All time spent in World of Warcraft
Oh,
You-
since
Thought
like the
they
beginning
did.
of your account.
Oh, you mean like between all
Not-
characters?
yeah.
Oh god.
years.
Just-
Mine would be years.
Anyways, that's what I played.
All right, for me,
Peter.
I'm just going to open up the salt mines right now because Destiny 2 is the only game I'm playing, but it's been a fairly just frustrating experience. So how the game is set up in terms of you upgrading your gear is that you will be given weeklies and dailies, which are in theory supposed to give you gear that is stronger than the shit you have now. I have 2 characters. On my first character, it's relatively straightforward in terms of like getting your gear leveled up. Like I've never really had issues there. It's the thing is with my second character, I have to transfer over my guns from my first character to my second character in order to like just raise the light level, because it's supposed to take into account your average light level of all your gear and like give you items that are supposed to give you better gear. So you're with higher light level, you'll get
I
more.
see.
You'll get gear of higher light level in theory. But what's been happening a lot is that I'll end up getting weapons of a lower light level. Like it's the weapons of the light level of the weapons I'm receiving are still higher level than the armor that I have, but not higher than the weapons that I have. So it's effectively wasted. So it's like
Useless.
it's a lot of me just doing a lot of like bullshit bounty work, like dailies and weekly bullshit, and just getting nothing out of it in return.
Sounds like WoW.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's actually like for my first character, it's not an issue though, because obviously on that first character, all my gear is the best that I have across all characters. It's like just me trying to raise my second character has been especially frustrating, which is weird because in the first like the base Destiny 2, I didn't have this issue. On my second character, I would always get upgrades where I would always get something that would upgrade my overall light level.
So they changed their system somehow.
Yeah, I feel like either I'm like fucking like something
Super unlucky.
Yeah, something about the algorithm is like not right, or like I'm doing something incorrectly. But like I almost feel like I'm just wasting time by playing on my second character.
It's almost like it's sensing you. That's not your character's guns or something.
Yeah, something like that. So like, yeah, I was just like, I have two 541 weapons and a 535 power weapon, and then I'll get like a fucking 536 like primary, and I'm just like, well, this is fucking useless. I can't even
I'm trying to get new pants, dog.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. I'm just like, just give me some. I need some new duds, man.
Threads, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus. But also, like, PvP just feels so good in that game. But like, the primary thing that's pissing me off, I would say, is the overabundance of shotguns in close quarter maps, because shotguns are a one-shot kill.
They're ridiculous.
And they're no longer considered a power weapon, so you don't need to actually pick up power ammo for it anymore.
That's kind of silly.
You just start with special. It's considered a special weapon,
ammo, right?
And you start with like a finite amount of special ammo. So you start with two shotgun bullets, or two whatever it is. So like sniper rifle, 2 shots. Shotgun, 2 shots. Fusion rifle, 2 shots. Right.
Right.
So, like, you'd think that'd be balanced enough, but no. It's like shotgun user comes by, insta kills you, picks up your shotgun ammo, and then continues his fucking like tyranny,
rampage.
So so like I personally I enjoy the long distance fights. Like one of my favorite PvP weapon currently is the scout rifle, or not the scout rifle, the pulse rifle, which shoots and bursts.
I like pulse rifles.
like 3-shot burst kind of a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then
those are great.
I've always liked those.
But it's still fun. I still enjoy it a lot. And the Gambit mode's really fun. I know I talked about that last week, but the thing about Gambit mode is all the maps are fairly open. Like,
yeah, I noticed that.
it's
They're pretty big.
like very big, very open. Like, in like the normal Crucible modes, there's lots of corridors, hallways, indoor areas. Not so much for Gambit. And there is an exotic weapon that is like just a fucking terror in that mode. It's called the Sleeper Simulant, and essentially what it is, it's a fusion rifle. So if you know what a fusion rifle is, it's basically you charge it up and it shoots like a burst of like laser bolts, which do a shit ton of damage. Think of it like a laser shotgun in a way, but it charges up before it shoots.
Is it like Merciless?
So yes, like Merciless, but like Sleeper Simulant is a variant of a fusion rifle where it actually just shoots one accurate long distance beam.
That's what that is.
That does not like lose effectiveness over range, and one shot kills anyone.
So no fall off of damage.
No fall of damage at all. Like you have like the load up time, the charge up time for that weapon is very, very short. And that weapon, in order to get it, you have to go through an actual quest line in one of the previous expansions, which I haven't done yet. I'm trying to like not be that. Okay, I'm trying not to be a sleeper simulant bitch, basically. Like, I don't want to have to fall back and be that guy who has to use an overpowered weapon to be effective. But it is so fucking frustrating when someone pops in, you're trying to get information on them. Like, power weapons will have a little flash in front, like a flashlight in front of the weapon to show you they have a power weapon equipped. But by the time you see that flashlight, they're already charging their fusion rifle, and then they'll shoot and kill you. You're just dead. So like I maybe won 20% of my engagements against a person with a sleeper simulant. Like there's really no skill involved with that weapon at all. So but other than that, like pulse rifle is great. There's a lot of times where I invade and I just wipe out the entire party. But it's especially frustrating in Gambit mode when me and my friend were duo queuing and it's a team of 4 against another team of 4. And I would literally get 22 to 28 Guardian kills, which is crazy when the average is like 5 or 6 per match.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then we would still fucking lose because I was focused on like keeping the other team like slow down their progress, and then my own team just cannot like get the job done essentially. So, and also a mixture of sleeper simulant. So It's just yeah. So basically, when you invade the other person's side and they have their like boss guy up, if you die, it heals the boss. So some motherfucker will hop in, invade with sleeper simulant, kill your entire team, heal the boss up to full, hop back into his realm because he charged up his ult already because he killed your entire fucking squad, and then like kill the boss right after. And it's just like, well, I guess I should get the sleeper simulant.
Yeah, you got to get that gun. It's like the grand.
So that is the same one from
Yes,
before.
yes.
From,
When you were complaining to me about a laser gun thing that's instantly killing you.
Yeah.
Graviton Lance is a lot of fun, but it's not a good weapon.
This is like the grandchild of the Graviton Lance.
Yeah, sort of.
New money.
Yeah. So yeah, it's. I don't know if they're gonna do anything about that because it's like if they were to make any changes to that weapon at all, it would be useless. It's either like OP or useless. There is no balance for that gun in PvP. You know, if it required 2 shots to kill someone with that rifle, fucking suck. You know what I mean? So like,
what if it just
the only balance
fall off?
The only balance I could think of, no, well that would make it also useless. It's just like the only thing I could think of is like increase the charge time on it. That's it. Because if they miss the first shot, that should be my window to kill them.
Exactly, yeah.
But for me, it's like they have their second shot loaded up so fast that like I get them maybe to like
They
a
get
quarter
2 chances.
Yeah,
still.
they get a quarter health. They have like a quarter health,
And then they get their shot
and they still
off.
kill me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb.
And that's if I land every shot on their head.
Right.
So it's like it's frustrating. It's not a skill matchup at all.
Yeah.
That sounds dumb.
I
But
did notice that in PvP, it was like, okay, I got like that entire clip of assault rifle ammo into that dude. How did I not kill him before he one-shotted me?
Oh yeah, auto rifles feel really bad in PvP too.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's
I've
all
noticed
about like the
The
efficiency.
submachine gun or the hand cannon. Fucking
Yeah,
Christ.
it's honestly
actually good.
Yeah, it's honestly all about the efficiency in terms of like amount
Yeah.
of damage per bullet.
Right.
You know, so that's why auto rifles seem to suffer the most. And then scout rifles actually like they're supposed to technically be the best, but that's only if you have really good aim because like the kick per shot is actually significant enough
That's
that
the
like
single shot,
you might
right?
actually just straight up lose your duels because of that. That's why I like the pulse. It shoots several bullets.
Yeah.
It has a controllable recoil and like. It does a lot of damage still, but like you know, if you're still against like a sniper rifle or fucking sleeper simulant, then it doesn't fucking matter. So that's it. That's all I have to bitch about for Destiny 2. That's literally all I played this week because I've just been busy streaming. So yeah.
Huh.
Does anyone else have salt?
Yeah, I do.
Go for it.
All right, look,
Go on.
bitches.
All right, I'm salty again.
If
But
you
continue.
if you own a restaurant and you don't have one item on the menu that somebody who is vegan can order, just do it. Just get one on there. And I'm not saying this for my own personal thing, but
Yeah,
like
it's like a
not only will like the vegan people be happy, but everyone who's friends with them will be happy because then they can go to the restaurant they want to and their vegan friend can get their vegan food and then people don't have to fucking hate each other so much.
that actually is a good
It's
one.
not hard to do, too.
It's first of all, it's not hard. It's not expensive either.
I honestly, isn't it just pure laziness at this point in this year of 2018
And
to not have a
ignorance.
vegan item?
To not have a single item.
Ignorance, Tony?
Yeah, it's complete. It's ignorant.
The ignorant. Yeah.
It's ignorant. But for real, I've been to so many restaurants where there's absolutely nothing, and it's like, dude, if you just had this one thing, just one item, you know what I mean?
Even if it, like, how hard is it to make a salad?
Well, yeah, I know, a salad or just like, hey, check it out. You put some sort of lentils and rice and some vegetables in a bowl. Call it a day. You know
but
what
see,
I mean?
I don't like restaurants that would do that though.
No,
where-
but
where
I
it's
mean,
just
like, that's
well,
the
we
have-
Have a option
yeah, where we have
available.
a salad
or an
like,
option.
Well,
everyone
but
has
I mean,
a
at
exactly.
least the salad is something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but everyone has a salad.
I agree. Like, I don't really like the salad, but that's usually because the salad is bullshit if it's vegan. There's no cheese, there's no animal products, so it just ends up being like lettuce and tomato and
lettuce
onion.
with
But if it's a good salad with a bunch of shit in it, you know, like the big salad from Seinfeld.
Yeah. No, but like that's something that restaurants should be able to do.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah,
Like
but they don't.
make a good salad, make a good, rice dish with vegetables and stuff.
Sure.
like how hard is that?
Right.
Yeah,
Like
like
a,
even-
a
It's
non
cheap,
a
and
non
you
meat stir fry.
guaranteed already have everything in your kitchen to make something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Tori sometimes will just bite the bullet and be like, go somewhere, and she's like, well, this has egg, whatever, I'll just eat it.
Yeah. I don't know. That blows my mind. It's just like,
Or-
just do it.
Actually, what's worse is when they say it's vegan,
Oh, yeah.
and then you get it, and it's like, well, this has cheese in it.
Yeah. Like Islands.
Islands. Yeah.
Veggie burger at Islands.
We found that out the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
they
that,
swore
yeah.
up and down to Tori that it was a vegan
Yeah,
patty.
the
It has-
waitresses
and it has cheese in it.
Yeah, and she was eating some of it, and she was like, there's something in this. I was like, she can't have dairy, so
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
this
remember.
has cheese in it.
It just blows my mind. I don't get it.
That's not vegan.
It's not hard to do.
No, it's not hard to do. You can please everybody.
But people don't know what vegan is still.
Just have like one item that has no dairy and no animal products in it. It's so simple.
Or at least get something
then
that's
how are they going to get their protein? Okay, well, yeah, we can.
With anything else that's not meat,
Yeah.
Well,
there's
then-
many things.
protein is. I
In
know
everything.
protein is good, but honestly, you
We don't
don't
need
need
that much. Nope.
to like be
Live.
good.
Yeah.
Like,
think-
if
what
you're
is
like
it?
powerlifting, sure, you need to buy some protein, but
No,
even then,
so
like not really.
If you're
yeah.
working out, a normal male that's working out even a lot, you only need maybe maximum 80 grams a day, and that's a lot.
I mean, that is a lot,
but
it's you're able to get it.
think of it this
Yeah.
way: a quarter cup of garbanzo beans has 8 grams.
Uh-huh.
That's nothing.
Right.
So just get some Mediterranean food.
Exactly.
You'll be good.
Yeah,
Exactly.
without
So-
feta cheese, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Or the
or
tzatziki.
tahini, or
No, tahini's good.
the tahini. Yeah, that's right.
That's just
The
sesame.
tzatziki.
Yeah, that one.
Anyway, so there's my salt.
That's fair.
that is very fair.
That got me salty.
That is not a perspective that I like personally have to deal with on the day-to-day basis because I'm not vegan. But like it makes it. There's no reason not to.
Right. I mean, look, Del Taco now has like Beyond Meat vegan meat.
Oh, the
Tacos?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If they can do it, you can do it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
even Red Robin has like the Impossible Burger or whatever.
Right. Yeah. That's popping up all over the place. I mean, I'm pumped that that's happening. It's really cool that some of these places are starting to do it, but like it's usually like the higher end restaurants. It's just like, no, sir, we don't serve anything that doesn't have duck in it, and it's like, okay,
Yeah, like
fuck yourself.
We cook everything in
Even
duck
the
fat.
water has duck.
Yeah, right.
Ugh.
Yeah.
is
Hey,
that what that floating stuff is?
Duck fat water.
speaking of like salt, I'm not angry about this. I made animal style fries at home
Nice.
the other day. Wow,
Oh yeah.
spot on. I'll have to show you guys the
Yeah,
picture.
give me the recipe, man.
Yeah, and to the viewers out there, check this out. Look at it. It's beautiful.
See it?
Especially for those that don't have an In-N-Out nearby.
If you're just listening, it tasted something like this.
This really is an ASMR stream.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, so that's all the salt I got.
All right. Anyone else salty by anything?
I think
Not really.
All right. I think that's gonna be enough salt
Yeah.
for us today, and we had some. Thanks for dropping by, Jake. Once again,
Yeah.
always a pleasure to see you.
Woo.
And we will see you probably next week.
we'll hash it out.
We'll see.
We'll let you guys know. All right.
We'll see.
Goodbye.
Thank you.